WQAM.com.
Well, do we have a show for them today or what?
No.
Huh?
No.
We don't?
No.
Oh.
Hey, you bastards.
Getting worried about what I eat. I don't want to die from having steak. I don't want to swallow no Mancow meat. Gonna take a break, take it off my plate. Don't give me no peace, boys, I'm asking please. Don't wanna catch no Mancow disease and waste away. Don't give me no peace, boys, I'm vegan now. I have to get by on salad somehow and waste away. Take my burgers away. Don't give me no beef, boys, the same with pork. Don't wanna get sick from what's on my fork and waste away. Ooh, don't give me no beef, boys, I'll have tofu. I guess I'll have to give a flavor to or waste away. Wanna live out my days. Don't give me no beef, boys, I'm asking please. Don't wanna get no Mancow disease.
What's he keep saying there? Don't want to catch no Mancow disease? Ferrall's got Mancow disease. That's what we're hearing. He's in Chicago. We know that we got a whole bunch of people out there really concerned about is he coming back?
No.
Things like that.
No.
What do you mean no? Don't be so
I'm sorry.
precipitous.
That's a
Is
good
he
point.
coming back?
No.
Oh. But he's in Chicago with a Mancow who comes to find out is one of those teats and boobies and ass
Right.
guys, but also is a right-wing Nazi.
Yeah, we play his bits. They're hysterical.
He's a funny guy, but he happens to be a real right-wing fanatic whose columns, by the way, he writes columns that appear on Newsmax.com. So, boy, they must have some real difficulty. It goes to show what a bunch of hypocrites they are, huh?
Yeah.
They don't care how much teat and ass and filth he puts on the air to Mancow in Chicago. As long as he spews the right-wing line, they like him a lot. So how do you like that? So that's the update on Farell. He's not coming back. No, what are we going to do? You know, one of those things. I bet you a lot of people are going to call and say, hey, welcome back, Neil. We hope you had a wonderful time. We're glad you got back from vacation safe. We heard you have a 24-hour round-the-clock nursemaid. We heard that from Ms. Fudge.
Right.
I think what we're going to do is just when he goes on the air, he makes up all kinds of crap, just like he does on his website. Like Johnny Cockring was going to be Michael Jackson's attorney. Oops. The word I'm hearing is that he masturbates furiously while listening to this show. That's what I heard from a very good friend of his. No, seriously. He puts on that silly hat to cover his bald spot, and he's yanking himself frantically listening to the sound of my voice right now.
Squirt.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm hearing. Get a grip on yourself, Miss Fudge, you silly goose.
With both hands.
With, in his case, with one finger. Watch, look at this first call we're going to get. I guarantee it's going to be great. QAM.
Neil,
Happy New Year, yes.
I just want to welcome you back, and I'm a straight dude, but I love you, and you the man.
All right. Happy New Year, Pally.
Oh, man. Yeah, he never let us down at all.
Oh, come on. That was a great call.
Sure.
See,
We'll
this
take
new
it.
year, we got a whole new deal. I was in Amsterdam, which is a horrible place in December, by the way, a toilet. You want some Coke, ecstasy, Viagra? What would you like? Yeah, that's the new deal now. They're selling Viagra on the street. Viagra? They can't even say it right, but they'll sell it to you. And I was checking online because it's so boring in the wintertime anyway, in between you're blowing your nose. That's the only thing you're blowing there in December is your nose. Oh, what a horrible place. But anyway, so I'm checking in the online store. That's a good scam, by the way. Shouldn't we open up a bunch of those internet cafe stores?
Yeah.
That's a great deal.
I know how to do it, man. Wireless, man. Hotspots.
I'm serious.
Me too.
They make a fortune.
Yeah.
And there's almost no maintenance, you know?
But
anyway, so I was checking our website to see if George was still on the air. And the poll that you took the one day about, what was the political talk on talk shows is? Wasn't that pretty much how it goes?
Something like that. What's your take on the political talk on the show?
WQAM, hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, maricon son!
And fugue you too, man. Yeah, we got a new word for this year too. A whole bunch of new words. No, I was watching What? I think it's great.
It is
I've been
great.
trying for years to figure out how to say that one and get away with it. I mean, we do the Schmidt thing, and all that
Right.
other crap. But I was watching a infomercial for some classical music, very highbrow thing on the BBC, and they were talking about Bach's fugue, fugue number 69, whatever it was.
I love his fugue.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, well, fugue you mother fugers,
Yes.
You get a whole bunch of new words that we can finally open up. I like it. So anyway, you did that thing about politics, and man, you people out there are so full of crap. It's amazing to me. They always give it, at least usually, they give you the politically correct answer. Oh, it's very important. Right. You must talk about politics. Yeah, right. The correct answer was you're preaching to the choir.
Right, which is what I've
You're farting into a blizzard is what you're doing. You're farting into a goddamn hurricane. That's all you're doing. Just wasting time. And, our website will continue having the same great bedtime stories, but George had some really sensational ones, by the way. In fact, you're doing such a great job on that.
Don't say it. Don't go there, girlfriend.
No, you really did have some good stuff on there, including the one about the skull and crossbones, the
that was my
Yale
favorite.
fraternity thing, which inspired a poll that you took.
Gay.
It was kind of gay, yeah. Anyway, 908 votes on your poll from Thursday, which shows they can't all be good, but
right.
What was my idea? What would your New Year's resolution be this year? 314 out of 908 said New Year's resolutions are
gay.
200 said going to lose weight. I didn't even do that one this year. By the way, 191, that's not too bad, is it?
No, not bad at all.
Because I gained about a pound and a half in Amsterdam. The best meal I had was at McDonald's.
You keep saying that.
Oh, I'm telling you, they wouldn't know a piece of meat in Amsterdam if you stuck it in their face. And I've tried that many times and they run away. But they just don't know how to prepare meat. The only good meat you'll get there is at McDonald's or Burger King.
Or the cow is extra mad.
I'm telling you, they wouldn't know good food. There's something wrong with them people. Anyway, lose weight 200. Get the fugue out of South Florida, 86.
That's
See,
a late
my
edition,
first
and
chance
it
to
moved
really
up
use
fast.
that legitimately, and I like it. I like the sound of it. It's very intellectual.
We put
Get
that
the
on towards
fugue
the
out of
end.
South Florida, 86. That's 9.4% of you people that are finally wising up. Have an affair, 67. I'm sure that was George's vote.
Yes.
Get a better job, 50. Stop beating my meat. Now, you could have put something more intellectual on there, like stop yanking it, something like that, but stop beating my meat, 42. Listen to Neil Moore, 38, which we need your help this year, boys and girls. Man, we're just like Miss Fudge said. The ratings are so bad. We had a bad month. You should live so long, Matt, as long as we got you sitting there with your goddamn Bob Quince blow-up doll on one side and your Ann Coulter blow-up doll on the other one. He's squeezing it right now, hard. Listen to Neil Moore, 38. Listen to Mo Les, 26. That's a good idea.
Absolutely.
Stop smoking, 19. Get a divorce, 19. Quit drinking, 18. Quit drugs, 15. Stop beating my wife, 10. And stop eating meat, only 4. And I concur with that last thing there, because even though I'm grossed out by this whole thing about the downer cows. I never heard that before, did you?
It's a downer. Yeah, they had, as a matter of fact, it was a couple years ago, they had a big expose on the slaughterhouses that are continuing to sell and process the downer cattle. There are rules and regulations against that they've been resisting.
Oh, why is Eric putting this old poll back on there again? For me to see the result, I guess?
Oh, I guess.
Preaching to the choir. Let me vote on it again. I already voted from Amsterdam, Eric, but that's okay. Political talk on a show is, well, this Eric is on top of it. He did this just for me.
Yes, he is.
So I could take a puke at it. And I don't want to poo-poo your opinion because otherwise we wouldn't take the polls, but in this particular case, poo-poo. Yeah, poo-poo on you. By the way, we got a skeleton log, a skeleton schedule today. It's just, this is make-believe. It's kind of like we get a free pass today. And how about them hurricanes, too? How about it? Just squeak by, get another missed field goal, the same script every year. So boring. Pathetic. Now, let's see. I'm trying to think. The quarterback for USC, there's a good-looking stud. Maybe he can be Tommy Brady's successor in New England after the Patriots win 3 or 4 more Super Bowls. Oh, don't start with that football stuff again. We're licking our wounds here. Oh, that was cute when you put, what poll was it you put Fire Dave Armstead on? That was great. That was excellent. Political talk on the show. Look at that. There were 1,085 votes. Wow. How is that possible? Was that a weekend poll?
It was just weak.
Important, 329. 30%.
About 30, man.
Say political talk on a show is important. Well, good luck to you in the coming year. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, don't sell us out. I'm not selling you out, but I'm just telling you it's a waste of time. It's farting into a goddamn hurricane is what it is. It's okay in small doses.
Okay.
269 said that. Entertaining, 245. Why is it entertaining?
I don't know, but I thought I'd put that on there. Some people actually like it for entertainment.
Yeah, all those old talk show groupies, all the old farts, the ones that were calling you about Miss Drudge. See, I can't imagine why any self-respecting human being would even admit they listened to that queen.
Stack of faxes.
Calls.
Brother.
See, you got to understand, just like the Johnny Cochran thing, he just makes crap up as he goes along. So we're going to start making up crap about him, like he wears a colostomy bag, stuff like that. Although he might, you never know. Preaching to the choir, 110. That was the correct answer about political talk. It's preaching to the choir. Boring, 106. And offensive, 26. Kind of like, I don't know, the result on that poll sucked. That's all I can tell you. Very weak. Speaking of very weak, Barry Jackass has his usual spectacular Friday morning column today. Jim Sarney, I always knew you were an idiot, but you got to start writing about QAM more, okay? If you're going to write about sports talk on the radio, sports broadcasting, you got to write about QAM a hell of a lot more, Miss Sarney. But Barry Jackass writes today in the Herald. He says, this was a year when ESPN somehow thought Rush Limbaugh would be a good hire. ABC somehow thought Lisa Guerrero would be a good hire. And WQM somehow thought Scott Ferrall would be a good hire. Right. Well, the audience thought he was a good hire. But I'm going to say it again. He's got a death wish. He's just got a career death wish. He wants to continue getting himself canned. In fact, he hasn't even officially taken that job in Chicago. I tried to get a definitive answer out of one of you people this morning before the show. Yeah. And it's like, well, he's there, he's doing it, but he's,
for the time being.
He's waiting to get canned again. I'm serious. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, so then Barry goes on with the national big stories and this and that. Local big stories. Biggest disaster, says Barry Jackson, crude, lewd Farell repeatedly crossing the line of good taste on WQM, practically forcing the station to fire him. Now, let me ask you, did we fire him? Yeah. Well, what does that mean, practically forcing the station? Well, that's Barry again, trying to the mouthpiece for Greg Reed. Then, wait till you hear this. Punching Bag Award. WQM's Howard David continues to be castigated on the air by colleagues.
Absolutely.
Enough already, says Barry. Enough already. No, not enough already. In addition to which, you're not supposed to be listening to this show anyway because it's not a sports show, Barry. Rhymes with Mary and Ferry.
I told you, I think he's talking about those other shows where they use him as a punching bag.
Well, good for them. And the answer from them also is no. We've only just begun, as Karen Carpenter would say if you just eat one little piece of meat. She was probably worried about Mancow. But right. Now not only is Barry Jackass, is he the mouthpiece for Greg Reed in the newspapers, but now he's also the miniature program director. We already got enough program directors and operation managers and middle-level management people, Barry. We don't need you with your little brown paper bag lunch programming QAM, you little asshole, you little pud-whacking piece of turd. God. But anyway, that's Barry Jackass's take on the state of broadcasting and QAM and this and that and Rush Limbaugh, all of these things. 10:13. Now, the good news for you today is, like I said, it's like a make-believe day, so the breaks are going to be like perilously short.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM. Oh, Canada, a land that's produced rock and roll's greatest performers. And now, these legendary Canucks pay tribute to one another on this new CD, The Best of Canadians Singing Other Canadians, featuring Anne Murray's version of this Rush classic.
A modern-day warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
And Rush's take on this Anne Murray standard. The Best of Canadians Singing Other Canadians has all your favorite singers from Z to A, like Celine Dion's rendition of this Neil Young number.
Old man, look at my life. You're a lot like my husband Renee, no?
Neil Young singing Celine Dion's biggest hit.
I know that my heart of gold will go on.
But that's not all. There's Shania Twain singing Bryan Adams, Crash Test Dummies doing Alanis Morissette, Snow rapping the Guess Who, and Gordon Lightfoot performing this Bare Naked Ladies smash hit.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me, popped your head to the side and said, I am angry.
Pick up your copy of The Best of Canadians Singing Other Canadians. The Great White North has never been so great, or for that matter, so white.
10:18 at 560 WQM. Happy New Year, eh?
Thank you.
23 votes on the poll so far. The brand new one is up there right now. Pretty good poll, I think. Mm-hmm. Pretty predictable. End of the year kind of crap. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Here's the choices. I guess I should read him off what's got on a poll so far. Only 23 votes. Arnold the Gropinator, elected governor of California, 6. Do you know that they showed a clip that I had forgotten about? They showed it on one of the end-of-the-year things the last couple of days of Jay Leno introducing him to make his acceptance speech.
Okay.
That, to me, had to be the most inexcusable, the most inappropriate piece of crap I've ever seen in my life. You don't agree?
Yeah, well, I didn't see it.
Jay Leno introducing Arnold as the governor of California.
Right. It's showbiz state.
Yeah. In other words, forget about politics, forget about government, forget about anything that makes any sense. Everything is show, but there's no business like show business. That's it.
Right.
That's exactly correct. I was appalled. I couldn't believe it. I mean, talk about absolutely inappropriate. Like, bring out the pom-poms and start with a goddamn ticker tape parade and let's get all the show business people in there. It's sad. Arnold the Gropinator, elected governor of California, 6. Well, fugue him. Michael Jackson arrested, 5. Oh, and speaking of Michael Jackson, you do realize that CBS is completely sold out?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you can debate whether they actually paid him the $1 million for that 60 Minutes interview or not. But the fact of the matter is, tonight at 8 o'clock or whatever time it's on, which I will not watch it, CBS is airing the Michael Jackson #1's special.
All part of the deal.
I can't wait for the Charlie Manson special. What time is that? And the John Wayne Gacy special and the Ted Bundy one ought to be good, too, that show. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, Charlie was a musician.
Michael Jackson arrested, 6. Kobe Bryant case, 5. Madonna and Britney kiss, 2. Martha Stewart insider trading, 1. And no votes yet for Rosie O'Donnell lawsuit, Paris Hilton sex tape, or Roy Horn.
Roy!
Mauled by that tiger. By the way, he's home, Roy.
Yeah.
Roy!
And not doing too good.
Did they put his skull piece
He's
back
making
there?
little gurgling sounds every now and then. I can't believe the lack. I was going to take like a whole bunch of calls here today because, like I said, it's kind of a screwing off day. Wouldn't you think?
Oh, no.
We're doing screenless, by the way, this year. Just this year we're doing screenless. Next year we'll think about it. All depending on whether my 24-hour nursemaid can help me answer these phones. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We did over $55,000 for Abandoned Pet Rescue. Not bad.
We'll take
Not
it.
great, not what we usually hope for, but, you know, two factors running very much against us. Number one, most of our audience is gone, and number two, charities are having a tough ride this year.
Times are tough.
Nobody had, that's right. Times are really hard. Plus the fact we got no audience. Now, of course, this Farell thing, while you were on vacation, I was informed by Miguel and the Beast, to which, by the way, don't ever put the Beast on this show again, ever, under penalty of death.
Okay.
Even though it was my choice of putting him on there in the first place, but he's useless. The deal was, for everywhere we go, the word is that they've tuned you out, Neil. They've turned the station off generally, except for the sports nerds, because they're not coming back until Farell comes back. Well, he ain't coming back. That's number one. And number two, what does that have to do with this show? Can you explain that to me?
Why would they punish us?
I don't get it. I mean, where's the connection? Weren't we doing pretty well before he came along?
Right.
Right, for a hell of a long time, and all of a sudden it's like, well, of course I don't believe them anyway, but it's just one of those excuse kind of things.
Sure.
Oh yeah, they all went away. They hate you now, Neil, because Farell got fired. What?
Well, you fired him.
Sure. WQAM. There he is, right there. Sounds to me like he's got that Mancow disease. WQAM.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Neil.
And same to you, sir.
I'm crazy.
Hey, he never called me once.
He likes me a lot.
I know.
QAM, hello.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Come on, at least Happy New Year. Come on, pretend to be happy, man. Pretend to be in a good mood, even though the Dolphins took it up the ass and didn't make the playoffs. They did squeak by that Jets game, the last second. Doesn't make any difference. People are a little upset about that. They're probably all, even though the Hurricanes won the Orange Bowl last night. Again, a missed field goal by FSU right at the end. Same old tired thing, and 16-14. What kind of a score is that? Sounds like a girls' game to me. So I think we're probably cursed down here, and people are pretty upset about it. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hey, hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we prefer Scott than you. Retire, asshole.
WQAM, Happy New Year.
We're the chronic cab driver. Happy New Year.
And back to you. See, they got nothing to say. The guy's right. They have no material. I sure hope you did better when you were on.
No.
No?
No, there was a day or two where
I
I
had
thought
a smattering of response.
I thought I saw some light at the end of the tunnel, but it was just.
Well, let me know when the audience is coming back. Then I'll start doing like a real show.
I'll fire a flare up into the air.
Send a message in a bottle. Oh, Iran, speaking of problems, Iran denies a nuke test caused that earthquake. President Mohammed Khatami has denied that the killer quake that struck southeast Iran December 26 was caused by a secret nuclear test, newspapers reported Wednesday. These allegations have spread, but they're completely unfounded, said the president, who on Monday and Tuesday visited the BAM region at the epicenter of the quake that estimated... Huh? Now, don't do the BAM. Don't do that Emerald Lagasse thing. That's terrible. There were 30 or 40,000 people died, and you're making jokes about it?
Oh, they were Arabs, though.
BAM. I was thinking about Emerald. I hate to say that. Our religious principles, our security and defense doctrine leave no room for nuclear arms, he said, quoted by the Iranian media. Iran is building its first nuclear reactor, as our president said, but has repeatedly denied accusations from the U.S. and Israel that it's embarked on a covert nuclear arms program. It's got MME, because this is Brit.
Yes.
So there you go. Don't forget Michael Jackson on CBS tonight. Don't watch it, or that CBS eye is going to be watching you round the clock. Don't do it. What kind of an asshole would watch that program? What kind of a moron?
Grade A.
In other words, the people we just heard from the last couple of minutes? WQAM.
Yeah, is Neil there, please?
Speaking.
Hey, Neil, how many times have you made love to George, you faggot?
One of your people. WQAM. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Neil. You're welcome back, and George did a good job.
Just good?
Just good. We'll take it.
Just good. Oh, and the click. There he goes. Well, he didn't want to get too carried away.
Good.
Did a good job, though, that guy said. Not phenomenal, not sensational, just okay.
Adequate.
Just good.
That's what I'm going for anyway.
43 votes on the poll. Boy, I tell you one thing, it's going to take us a while here to build this poll up today. Man, something really stinks. 51 votes. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Arnold the Gropinator elected governor of California, 18. Michael Jackson arrested, 11. They shouldn't have bruised them all up like that, you know what?
Yeah.
Rush Limbaugh drug addiction, 11. Kobe Bryant rape case, 7. Madonna and Britney TV kiss, 2. Roy Horn mauled by Tiger.
Roy!
1. 1 on Martha Stewart's insider trading. That trial, by the way, starts January 22. Am I right about that? Yes.
I don't know.
Paris Hilton sex tape, none, and Rosie O'Donnell lawsuit has none. Who cares about that bitch anymore anyway, right? Nobody cares. Small potatoes, man. Big pupik, small potatoes. Nobody cares about you, Rosie. They wish you'd just go away. You and Miss Fudge. What a match made in heaven. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
And Happy New Year to you, sir.
Happy New Year. I just want to say that George is maricón son.
Okay, thank you. 5670560.
He called on.
Who said that our great audience is gone, huh? Whoever said
That's
that?
Right.
Roy!
Oh, well, what does he know? He's got a few mental problems. Let's see. Let's take a look at that schedule for today. We got Curtis Stevenson on for the Mad Dog, who's taking an extended, man, you talk about days off. He makes me look like a biker. Curtis Stevenson, 2 to 3:30. He does a good job, by the way. Nice going, Curtis. You're okay in our book. And then we got Geldy on game night at 3:30 for an hour pregame show. Why are they doing an hour pregame? Is that correct or is that a mistake?
I don't know.
Huh? That can't be right. Hour pregame for the Panther game?
There's a lot of material to cover.
That's 60 minutes. That's more than a minute for each peoples who's going to be listening to that crap. Panther preview at 4:30. The Panthers and the Philly Flyers that can be really ugly at the Macarena at 5 o'clock. And then we got the Fiesta Bowl, K-State. Is that Kansas State, I guess?
Yeah.
Against Ohio State. Huh?
Yes,
You're supposed to know these things. What is that K-State? What kind of a moron puts that on there? Kansas State and Ohio State. What else could it be? That's the Fiesta Bowl. Anybody care about that?
No.
And then you got Eddie K follows the football game and ESPN Radio overnight. That's our schedule. That's our agenda. Wait till I get to this story about the Air France groundings. Wait, well, the people feel really secure when they hear about this stuff. Air France groundings stem from mistakes. Just little mistakes, you know, like some old Chinese lady. Oh, she sounds like a terrorist to us. Send her plane back. Things like that. 1027 at 560 QAM, your used-to-be popular station.
This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
All across the country, people are eating beef for dinner. In Laredo, Texas, the Bingham family's been poisoned by a bad pot roast. In Milwaukee, Stan Fleener's choking to death on a wad of filet mignon. And in Kittering, Maine, the Johnsons are watching Uncle Gene have a coronary. The doc says a lifetime of eating burgers has blocked his arteries tighter than a hangman's noose. At the end of the day, nothing kills so many people in so many different ways. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Possibly your last dinner.
That's okay. I like my meat, man. I'm not giving up my meat for nobody. Blame Canada. That's the way to go. Just blame Canada. If anything bad happens, it's the Canadians' fault, right?
Barbarian.
If you get a head cold, it's SARS. It's from Canada. If you get some bad meat, it's Canadian cow. All that crap. You notice how within like 24 hours they sent that goofball to Japan to say, "Oh, won't you please reconsider?" And they said no. You notice that?
They got their own beef.
They got good beef. Do you ever have that Kobe beef?
No, but I understand that Kobe Bryant was named after it.
No, I'm serious. Kobe beef is supposed to be the best. It's very expensive.
Yes, I know.
You're just making
But
that
I've never
up.
had it. No, I'm not.
He was named after Kobe beef?
Yes, he was.
Why is that? Has he got tender meat?
His dad really liked the product.
I see.
True
The Agriculture Department dramatically upgraded the country's defenses against mad cow disease Tuesday of this week, banning meat from all so-called downer cows and promising to create a nationwide animal tracking system, steps long advocated by critics. These are very aggressive actions, Agriculture Secretary Ann Veneman said Tuesday. This is the same broad that said, "Oh, it's Canadians. It's Canadians, eh? It's that Canadian cow." A week after the first case of mad cow disease surfaced on U.S. soil, a Washington State Holstein slaughtered on December 9. The changes will produce more rapid testing of cattle for the presence of mad cow disease, and meat will not be processed until test results are back. Veneman also said small intestines from cows will no longer be allowed in the U.S. food supply, nor head or spinal tissue from cattle older than
About 30, man.
30 months. In addition, the Bush administration is ordering changes in the slaughterhouse techniques to prevent meat from being accidentally contaminated with brain or spinal cord tissue that can spread mad cow disease. Doesn't this make you feel a hell of a lot better about the crap that they're feeding us?
Oh, yeah. What are we eating today?
Huh?
I'm going to go get some now.
I'm serious. What are we going to do about it? Nothing.
Nothing.
They're feeding us crap. They're feeding us poison all the time. The air that you breathe is poison. The food that you eat is poison. The water you drink has got all kinds of toxins in it. And you know what? We don't care anymore. They've worn us down.
Good thing you can't smoke anywhere now.
Yeah, that's right. They're saving us from ourselves. You ought to see in Amsterdam, they smoke those real strong European faggots.
Unfiltered.
Oh, my God. No matter where you go, you're just gagging and dying from the stench of that crap. I think people that smoke, there ought to be like a meter, and if the cigarettes are over like a certain level of strength, you just ought to be able to shoot them right on the spot. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? That's our poll today on NeilRogers.com. We got 71 votes. The votes are trickling in. Arnold the Gropinator elected governor of California, 22. Rush Limbaugh, drug addiction, 19. Michael Jackson arrested, only 14. Wouldn't you think that would have been winning?
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant rape case, especially after all those marks on his arm. Kobe Bryant rape case, 11. Martha Stewart insider training, 2. Madonna and Britney's TV kiss, 2. What's his name?
Roy!
Mauled by that tiger, 1. And still no votes for Rosie O'Donnell's lawsuit or Paris Hilton's sex tape. How can that be that nobody voted for the Paris Hilton sex tape?
It was really green, and she's ugly anyway.
Skanky. But her TV show is big.
Yeah, I know.
It's going over bigger than Mary Tyler Moore. I'm telling you right now, that skanky, scabby, skinny-ass bitch. Air France's grounding of 3 transatlantic flights over Christmas was a mistake based on FBI information in one case that confused a child's name with a suspected terrorist, the Wall Street Journal Europe said today. Citing French officials, the newspaper said the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation gave French police on December 22nd a list of 6 suspects' names and information indicating militants linked to Al-Qaeda were planning to hijack an Air France jet. Wait till you hear this. French officials said that when French agents detained the passengers on the Paris to L.A. flights with names matching those on the list, Air France found the name matching that of the head of a Tunisian-based terror group was the name of a child.
That's no excuse.
Another so-called terrorist was a Welsh insurance agent, while a third was an elderly Chinese woman who once ran a restaurant in Paris, the newspaper said. The other 3 on the list were French citizens. A spokeswoman at the French Interior Ministry said only some names were checked out and they didn't correspond to the people. Oh. French officials cited in the newspaper said questioning in front of U.S. Transportation Security Administration officials revealed no sinister plots. It's enough to make you plot, ain't it? Yeah. Asked about the newspaper report, a source close to French investigating judges handling terror cases told Reuters it couldn't be true because U.S. terrorism investigators had never given French authorities passenger names, only flight numbers. The story just cannot be true, he said. At no time did the U.S. give us names. We never had the names of passengers. They just gave us the number of the flights they believed were under threat. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
So they can't even get their stories together. But I feel a lot safer now. With my Mancow.
I'm going to walk everywhere from
Let me say it again in case you tuned in late. Ferrall is in Chicago. So if you like this show a lot, move there. If you hate us now like poison because he got himself fired, move to Chicago and listen to Ferrall with Mancow. What did you tell me he's doing, the traffic?
That's his official designation.
Well, what does he do?
They have a morning zoo thing where everybody just chimes in until Mancow tells them to shut up.
Right. So he's in there just going like,
yeah, there you go.
Like that a lot? Well, more power to him. I hope he's getting paid a lot of money. Nice going, Scott. I hope he's making a lot of cash until his next gig. See, this is the only guy. The audience doesn't believe us. They think we're making this up. This is the only person I've ever met in the business who comes into a job and is preparing from the very first day. He's already looking for another job because he's prepared to get himself canned. Am I right?
Right. Well, he's smart that way.
What, getting himself canned?
No, preparing for another job because he knows he's gonna.
No, but the audience doesn't believe that because they never heard of such a thing, but it happens to be true. I mean, the first time that I met him, actually, puss to puss, he started telling me about, this one, he's going to get 2 other jobs in the market, and he's going to be doing this. He's ready to walk out the door. It's like you ought to have a revolving door. Right downstairs at the basement there, you ought to have a revolving door so that when he walks in, he can just keep going and walk right out. Don't get it. I never encountered that. But we wish him the best. Good luck to you, Scott. You'll need it. And the audience loved you like crazy, and they hate us like poison now, so thanks a lot. I don't understand that. Maybe we'll get some callers today that will explain that to us. Although, quite frankly, all of those people are gone, right?
Right. And then there's the other thing.
What's that?
Maybe it's a bunch of crap, and he had nothing to do with this.
With what?
The numbers.
With that terrible month that we had in November when the audience turned on us like poison because all of your people got the diaries, all the Spics got the diaries?
Yeah, and the Nazis.
The Spics, well, see, there you go again. Redundant. Right wing, that's like saying right wing Spics in South Florida. And I don't want to say Spics because that's bad. I want to say Cubans. No, seriously. Because we have plenty of Spics who are listening who are not Cubans.
Right.
Who would, not only do they listen to the show, but they'll admit it. They'll write it down.
All the Cubans are listening too. They're just not going to write it.
They're just going to lie about it.
Right.
Oh, no, the hell with that maricon. We don't listen to him. And especially according to what Miguel tells me, I mean, Airline was bad enough. That pissed him off, a lot of them. And just when we're starting to make a comeback, and this is your fault, by the way, not mine.
It's all me.
Because I never even heard of this disgusting monkey-faced bitch. I never heard of freaking Celia Cruz.
Esa negrita que va caminando, esa negrita tiene su tumbao, y cuando la gente la va mirando, ella baila de lado, bien apretado. La negra tiene tumbao. Azúcar.
I mean, who'd a fugue who speaks English ever heard of Celia Fugan Cruz, huh? Seriously, who ever heard of that bitch? But now, because of the fact that you're the one that started ripping her an ass and making just an all-out assault on her, and I happen to call her a bull dyke.
Yeah.
I didn't call her a bull dyke. I said that she was a transvestite.
She had a husband, you know.
Did she really?
Yes, she did.
Wow.
He's still
So just because we made a few comments like that because she was a talentless bitch, right away, there's that Cuban segment of the community in South Florida again, turning on us like poison with a venom seldom seen in history. So all of a sudden, Rush makes a big comeback because now all the right-wingers, we got to go back to Rush. We got to support Rush, man. Because he's back on the air and he's under a lot of pressure from all those liberal comedy pinkos. See, Tom Jicky, you're absolutely wrong. Tom wrote a column a couple of days before I went on vacation. And by the way, I see line 1 still doesn't work. It looks like it works, but does it work?
No, it's been working.
It lights up. Is there somebody on there? Hello? QAM. It's dead as a doornail, George.
It's been working.
Not since I've been sitting my ass here. We'll see.
Now it's starting.
Do you even see a line,
no
dot on it?
No dot. No, you broke it. It's you.
Anyway, what was I just going to say before you interrupted me
Tom
about that?
Jicky wrote an article 2 days before.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he was talking about Rush Limbaugh and about me and about how our listeners, it's not because of political philosophy and this and that, and it's because of the entertainment factor. You're partly right, Tom, but generally speaking, you're wrong as usual. Because the ditto heads, they'll follow Rush to if it comes to find out that he murdered 15 people while he was doing that drug deal, it doesn't make any difference. They're ditto heads, man. Whatever he says, whatever he does, it's okay with them. They'll come to his aid. But with the liberals, which isn't very few of us left, it's not that way at all, because how many people have we got who really are liberal?
About 30, man.
They don't listen to the show for that reason. But Rush is the same thing as with the Fox News, man, the same crap. Those people, it's a religion to them. They watch it 25 hours a day, just like they listen to Rush. So that's what we're up against. Every time there's a trend when your people, when the Cubanos and the rednecks get the diaries, we haven't got a Chinaman's chance in hell no more.
No.
So that's just the way it goes. Plus, you got Farell fired.
Live
and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
My pants don't fit real tight. Something is there, but it's really small. I look 11 years old. You look at me, and then you say something ain't right. You know it. What would it take to make you see that I'm a guy? If I had some testicles, then I could grow some facial hair, a couple of testicles hanging side by side. If I had some family jewels, then I would technically be a man. Some reproductive glands, if I had some testicles, but I never will. If I had some testicles, I wouldn't sound like Kelly Clarkson. A couple of testicles, I could stand up when I pee. If my BBDs were full, maybe I'd have some male fans. If I had a couple of things they have, if I had some testicles, if I had some testicles, if I had some
1044 at 560 WQAM. Happy New Year to you. The audience seems a little bit on the sluggish side. Wouldn't you agree with that? Maybe they're like all hungover still. I think, or maybe they're just getting ready for some more football, huh? Some smash mouth football.
Okay.
Like that next Dolphin game. Oh, I'm sorry. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. This is the year that we make another, we got to start all over again. That's obvious, Greg keeps picking up the egg and breaking it on the ground. Oh, speaking of eggs.
Yeah.
Guess what I watched in chronological order?
I'm thinking.
Memento.
Oh, in chronological order. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, the Easter eggs. If anybody doesn't understand what that is, we didn't either until a few months ago, and somebody turned us on to the website, eeggs.com.
I was at a friend's house and wound up watching it again in the regular backwards order.
No, that's no good. That's no good at all.
No, I'm ready to see it all in line.
How's Teddy doing?
Who?
Oh, won't see him no more. Oh, sorry, I just ruined it for you. Guy Pearce is really good in that movie. He's very good.
Yeah, he's in everything.
At any rate, so there you go. Memento, if you go on to Easter eggs, and it's a little bit complicated, but if even an old fart like me can figure out how to do it, you can watch it in chronological order. The only thing is the credits still roll backward at the beginning.
Uh-oh.
But it warns you of that when you read the Easter egg thing. And I still don't understand why they do that. Why is it like everything has got to be a game, like all of us old farts like you and me.
Right.
Like the world has passed us by. So all the punks, we got the secret code, we can
That's right.
we can get the good stuff.
I'm struggling to keep up.
You're right. And I just gave up. How many years ago?
About 30, man.
I never caught up, so why the hell should I even try now? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT. I want a woman caller on his phone. That's another reason that we're taking it up the pipe, man. All these women that call this show, I say all of them, all three of them.
Three of them, yeah.
Oh, you have so many women listeners out there, and you have no idea. Where the hell are they, okay? Where are they? Do they show up on a phone?
No.
Do they show up in the ratings?
No.
Do they show up at your appearances?
No.
When you go and do these bogus appearances, like at Bill Seidel, when you're the sandwich guy?
Yeah. Oh, no, that's a bad example. Name an appearance place where people actually do show up, like at the Harley.
Give me one.
The Harley.
Okay, how many women show up?
One.
See?
Average per appearance.
And how many guys?
About 30.
No, seriously. So there are a bunch of guys show up and no women.
Maybe,
We have no women on this show. Now, I can understand the sports segments of this station having little or no female audience, but what the hell happened here? We used to do a two-share consistently on IOD, but then again, that was IOD, and women.
Mm-hmm.
We have no fugin' women. And that's what most guys are looking for, are fugin' women. WQAM, not there. WQAM.
Hello?
Happy New Year. Yes.
Hi, Happy New Year.
A lady right off the bat. How do you like that? See, I told you.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm calling about your poll.
Yes?
How come Jennifer's not on there? That's all they talked about this year.
That's right.
We'll probably put that on there, even though we're just ready to pass out from the both of them, but we'll put it on there.
All right.
Thanks, sweetheart. Have a great New Year.
All right, you do the same. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hasta que Yormitas. Hasta que Mad Cowis. Let's get that on there, okay? Can we do that?
Okay, I'll tell Eric. Hey,
Bennifer?
Eric, put Bennifer on there.
Yeah, put Bennifer on there, Eric, please. Do we want to put it that way, Bennifer? They're going to know what that is, I guess. I can't stand either one of those people,
No.
That bitch with her big, gigantic ass and him, which he is so freaking boring. No wonder Matt Damon dumped him for that guy that he's sewn together with. Will you watch that movie? Well, you don't like Matt Damon anyway, do you?
No, I don't.
No, what was the one movie you did like him in that I got? I got in the other room. Huh?
I forgot. It wasn't The Bourne Identity because that's the one I didn't see.
No, there was a movie he was really good where he was like really butched up a little bit. Not that movie with Robin Williams.
Wasn't it some war movie?
No.
It'll
Okay, I'll go find out. Hang on a second.
All right.
Guess what?
What?
It was The Bourne Identity. What's wrong with you?
I haven't seen that.
Huh?
I haven't seen that.
It's very good.
Okay.
First-class passenger tries to enter cockpit. A 31-year-old Tennessee man is in federal custody after trying to enter the cockpit. See, we don't have to worry about terrorists, but we have to worry about our drunken Americans. That's what we need to be really concerned about.
Crapping on the food cart and things like that.
31-year-old Tennessee man in federal custody after trying to enter the cockpit during a Northwest Airlines flight from Detroit yesterday afternoon.
Tennessee man?
Tennessee man. How old was he?
About 30, man.
He probably thought cockpit meant something else.
According to Department of Transportation spokesman Scott Ishikawa, the incident occurred about 2 hours before Flight 923 arrived in Honolulu. Ishikawa said a first-class passenger tried to enter the pilot's area. The passenger was subdued by a female flight attendant who was assisted by two off-duty Northwest employees. No weapons were used and nobody was injured. The FBI is investigating the case. Brandon Gabriel Rhines was arrested when the flight landed in Honolulu around 2:30 p.m. He was taken to the Federal Detention Center near the airport and charged with interfering with a flight crew. Maybe he was just a little bit inebriated. He was having some holiday cheer. You think could be?
Maybe.
Because after all, it was the 1st of January in April.
Right.
We had little contretemps on my flight back from Amsterdam. Arrived at the Lester Pearson Airport in Toronto, and when they opened the door up, all of a sudden there was a whole bunch of police on the other side. The Canadian Mounties, or whatever the hell they were.
RCMPs.
No, they were regular like police.
I see.
And they said, everybody go back and sit down, get your passports ready, and is so-and-so is Jean-Francois Brown on the plane, whatever the hell his name was. And sure enough, he was very brown. In fact, he was like darker than brown, a skinny kind of a guy. It looked a little like, I don't know, like one of those guys that would say, Coke, Ecstasy, Viagra, one of those guys. And they hauled his ass off the plane. He comported himself very well. He came forward, didn't set the bomb off, and then we all got off. And I will tell you one thing, man. It's anybody that's been traveling during the holidays, it's like an inquisition now. At least it was here. You come on an international flight, and they just about take your pantaloonies off and do a cavity search and a whole deal. They are just foaming at the mouth.
They don't charge you extra for that?
Huh?
They don't charge you extra for that cavity search?
No, it's a free service.
Excellent. A
Pittsburgh woman is being held without bond after allegedly attacking a federal air marshal on a Northwest Flight Airlines flight to Minnesota. The U.S. Attorney's Office has charged Dawn Sunday. Isn't that a great name?
Wish I had that.
Man, what a perfect name for like an actress. Dawn Sunday.
Or an actor, D-O-N. Dawn Sunday. With
assaulting a federal officer and interfering with a flight crew. I wonder when this happened. You think it was about like Dawn Sunday? The complaint alleges Sunday was intimidating passengers on the flight yesterday and refusing to allow them in or out of the restroom. When an air marshal tried to calm her down, she allegedly became more belligerent and threatened to kill him. She was arrested after she allegedly hit and tried to choke the air marshal. Always a good idea. The air marshal says the woman later kicked him in the groin. When the flight arrived in the Twin Cities, she allegedly tried to bite an airport police officer and had to be tackled. All right.
What a pip.
Probably pissed off about them Steelers, no doubt. God. And there's more. There's more. But thank God we got that orange alert, Oh,
yeah.
I see that Tom Ridge up there, and it just makes me feel so much more secure. Standing there like a wooden soldier. A Florida man who brought a box cutter aboard a plane leaving Sky Harbor International Airport on Sunday. Is that Dawn Sunday? Said he used his tool to cut out magazine articles and thought it was permissible to have it on board. Oh, you moron.
Where has he been?
Peter Joseph in Florida. Peter Joseph Martin, 57, was escorted off the plane Sunday after a passenger saw him pull a box cutter from his carry-on luggage and place it in the seat pocket in front of him, according to an affidavit filed in the U.S. District Court in Phoenix, Arizona. He was charged Monday with carrying a dangerous weapon on an aircraft. Officials with the TSA said they're still trying to determine why the 5-inch long box cutter with a 3-inch blade wasn't detected by airport screening equipment. Can I tell you why it probably wasn't detected by airport screening equipment? I don't want to make anybody feel dangerous or anything like that.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, when we went through customs in Amsterdam, coming back here, they weren't even looking. They weren't looking when we walked through the gizmo, the metal detector.
Right.
They weren't looking. They were paying no attention. And number two, when the luggage went through the thing, they were talking about something. They were paying less than no attention. So if you want to go to Amsterdam and blow up that place, have a good time, because they're not paying any attention at Schiphol, believe you me. Same kind of lax crap. You hold up your passport, okay, alstublieft. Dankjewel. There's my 2 words in Dutch, by the way. Don't go to Amsterdam in December, ever. In fact, probably don't ever go there, period. It's a great idea. It's a great concept that's just gone awry. You know what I mean? They've just been pushed too far. It's wonderful having all of these freedoms, but when you let too many scumbags loose on the streets and you just have basic anarchy and sliminess and, it just sucks. So I guess you won't be using Al's apartment.
No, not time soon.
Anyway, in fact, Martin said, getting back to this interview with the police, Martin admitted packing the box cutter on his carry-on luggage, but said he wasn't aware it was prohibited on the aircraft. He must be a rocket scientist. He also said he didn't see the signs at Sky Harbor that said the item was prohibited. In fact, he said that before traveling to Phoenix from Florida for the Christmas holiday, he heard a radio interview with Security Administration representatives stating that box cutters were no longer a prohibited item aboard an aircraft. Martin said he relied on that information when bringing the box cutter on the Northwest Airline. Northwest sure having a lot of problems, you know what?
Yeah.
And guess what their partner is? KLM.
Oh.
I just mentioned that. Another good reason, don't go to Amsterdam. You'll be going on Northwest/KLM. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Let's see, is this poll gaining any momentum here? Got 115 votes. Not too good. Pretty slow. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Did we get Ben and J-Lo? It's on there. Arnold the Gropenator, elected governor of California, 33. You haven't seen that Jay Leno thing?
No, I did not.
It would make you very upset. I'm serious. It was so unacceptable. It was so inappropriate. I still can't get over it.
I'm thinking par for the course. How much more
Arnold,
ridiculous
33.
Get?
Rush Limbaugh, drug addiction, 31. Rush has got what?
About 30, man.
Michael Jackson, arrest, 25. And do you think there's anybody who really believes that crap with those phony marks up on his arm there?
Yeah, sadly there are a lot of people.
They show him coming out of the goddamn after he was booked, and he's waving to the crowd. He's giving a V for victory sign and doing the whole thing, waving his arms around.
So you didn't see the interview then?
Crap.
You didn't see the 60 Minutes piece with Ed Bradley then? He was doing that for his fans, even though he was in severe pain.
Right. And then he just happened to be going to Vegas and doing the same thing and reaching out and grabbing everybody's hand and shaking their hands and all this other crap out the window.
Right.
But he was in terrible pain. I say fry his little ass right now. I'm so sick and tired. Did you hear the audio that they were playing, the sheriff?
Oh, yeah, sure.
More comfortable now, Mr. Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. And seriously, stop and think about it. What kind of a 45-year-old man, I don't care what kind of a freak or a creep he is, what kind of a man talks like that? You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if it's shtick, if it's a put-on, but he was really talking like that, and then he was like whistling, like Remus, you know.
Maybe he had his testicles removed so that he could, keep singing.
Jesus Christ.
Register.
And then, of course, first they're saying that the whole thing about the Nation of Islam was a lie, and then it turns out, well, they're going to just be there to give him protection. And now the family says they want to get rid of them because they're too, nobody can get near him and see him. Oh, brother. Anyway, Arnold's got 36, biggest celebrity story of the year. Rush Limbaugh's drug addiction, 32. Michael Jackson arrested, 26. Kobe Bryant rape case, 16. Maybe she didn't like that Kobe beef. Think that could have been it? She didn't like his meat? Martha Stewart insider trading, 5. What's his name?
Roy!
Horn mauled by Tiger, 3. Paris Hilton sex tape, 2. Madonna and Britney's TV kiss appear. Rosie and Benlo, J-Lo, but whatever their name is, they ain't got any yet out of 122. That's disrespectful. Poor Rosie can't get no respect. They hate you, Rosie, okay? They just don't want to ever hear about you again, and your bulldog girlfriend, all of the other stuff, and your 85 kids. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. As a matter of fact, I got Mike Walker's story. I got the New Inquirer, of course. Jackson Brothers' claim of police brutality bogus, says Mike.
All right.
And if Mike says it in the Inquirer, we believe it.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. WQAM.
Friday, you bastard.
Coming up tonight on Inside the Behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story, we take a good, hard, stiff look into stardom. In 1984, Bob Geldof had a dream to raise money for famine-stricken Africa. Soon, he got a pile of egomaniacal musicians to care about something other than themselves for 10 minutes. And they created a nauseating ballad that got played so many times we all practically hemorrhaged. They were Band-Aid.
I remember saying to Mr. Geldof, Bob, I see what you are trying to do, but why such an insipid, pussy little song?
Zimbabwe's president, Robert Mugabe.
I mean, there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time? Duh! And then that idiot Bono saying, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you? Thanks, Bono. See if I ever give you a bag of grain.
Clearly, Africa could think of better ways to be helped than by a bunch of losers with bad hair. But for the stars, the recording session truly was about love and helping the world's unfortunate.
Hey, can one of you wankers from Spandau Ballet get me another Evian water?
Oh, Simon Le Bon. Why don't you ask the Eurythmics?
Eat me, okay? I thought the bloody Human League was in charge of the Evian water.
Okay, so I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much is true.
Tonight, you'll also see shocking footage of what happened when George Michael, Boy George, and Frankie Goes to Hollywood all went to the men's room together. Band-Aid. They tried to make it about charity. But hey, they're rock stars. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business. Tonight on Inside the Behind.
Amen. Puke 'em all. It's 11:03 at 560 WQAM. Happy New Year to you, whether you like it or not. See, one thing about South Florida.
Coming up tonight on Inside
What the hell was
Somebody's
that?
been in your studio.
They have? I can't believe that never happened before. Wait, one moment, please. Where's that repeat thing?
Behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music.
Oh, that's a different one. There's two of those on the disc.
Uh-oh.
This is Elmo
I see.
and, not that I wanted to play it, but it's Elmo and Patsy. There's a little preview for you. Anyway, it's 11:03 at 560 WQAM. I think we're out of business. I think Miss Fudge has got a good point. By the way, Miss Fudge, you can put it away now for a couple of minutes, let it heal up.
No.
137 votes on the poll. It's been on there for about 40 minutes. Pretty weak, George.
Sorry.
Pretty weak.
My fault.
No, I think that it's our fault, both of us, for getting Farell canned.
Right.
And for not being too political enough. Oh, and speaking of being political enough, let me just suggest this to you. I thought that when we captured Saddam, remember that?
Right.
Now we were so much safer because there was that terrorist threat, and now we had Saddam, and the world was so much safer having this horrible dictator, this butcher that used to be our buddy.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, just days afterward, we get the orange alert. And I'm seeing on the news now is that several Air France flights coming into U.S. airspace, coming to the U.S., are getting F-16 escorts.
War's over. Troops are home. Nobody's dying over there
And
anymore.
another dead American soldier, a chopper was shot down by insurgents posing as journalists near Fallujah.
You know what
so
that
we have
means.
at least one more dead soldier today. Every day we got people dying, every single day. But I don't want to get too political because, like we said, it's preaching to the choir. Just on the face of it, the idea that you can look at El Presidente and not there was a discussion panel on BBC, an end-of-the-year discussion about the news and about the events of the year, and they referred to George W. Bush as a mental defective. Mental defective. And I said to myself, yeah, I must be watching the BBC, eh?
They're being a little mild, aren't they?
Can you even imagine anybody saying that on American TV? Calling the president a mental defective just because it's true.
Right.
But anyway, we got 142 votes on here. It's pretty weak. That means the audience is gone. We're out of business, okay? Which is perfect for this log today. We're having a going out of business sale. Nice going, Screw-In.
Roy!
You slut. You bitch, you whore. Fugue you. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? The Gropinator elected governor of California, 43. Getting that great introduction from Jay Leno. Rush Limbaugh's drug addiction, 35. Michael Jackson arrested has got
About 30, man.
Kobe Bryant rape case, only 16. So I guess it's a three-way battle. Martha Stewart Insider Trading 6, Roy Horn mauled by Tiger 4, Paris Hilton Sex Tapes got 3, Ben and J-Lo Wedding, in quotes wedding, 3, Madonna and Britney TV Kiss 2, and Rosie O'Donnell lawsuit, none. I like that. Don't vote for Rosie, okay? Don't break the spell. It's like no, seriously, like the audience is sending that bitch a message. We don't want to hear about you no more, Rosie. We can't stand you. Enough of you already. Just go away. WQAM. Happy New Year.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
What about the article from the conviction of the Hialeah police officers in that prosecution ring?
What about it?
How about that for your poll?
That was a celebrity news story?
Oh.
I thought that was South Date anyway, not Hialeah.
5670560. We're still waiting for that one, by the way. It's coming. CityLink's running a big special on it after they write about Ferrall with Mancow. We should be getting, of course, we won't be getting because all those people are gone. They hate us like poison now. All those people that turned us off and are turning against us because Farell got himself canned, I think we need to hear from them, don't you?
Okay, but they're gone.
Well, even if they're gone, they'll come back for a little while, just long enough to call. You know how that goes, like people that call and say they aren't listening anyway, but they'll call in to bitch your ass out because it's the South Florida Fugan way.
Told you shouldn't have fired him.
Oh. The more I think about it, the more it really frosts my ass, because I begged him on the air, off the air. I did everything. I pleaded.
Yeah.
This is a man you cannot talk to. You can't have a rational conversation. It just goes on the whole time. They think it's stick. They think it's a radio thing. It just never ends. And he'll walk out talking as he's going down the hall, finishing the conversation, just whatever you said, you're wrong, and he's right, and like that. And that's it. You cannot penetrate that skull. By the way, how's Scott Jr. doing?
Fine. He did all those van hits, helped us raise a lot of money, Scott.
You missed out when you were on vacation.
I heard
he was
all
trying
the
to do
stories.
some van hits for us, but he kept getting himself lost all the time.
Yeah, I know.
We sent a compass, a road map, and a search party, and he still couldn't find it. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I've been thinking about you. You've been out of town, haven't you?
Yes.
I got a movie for you.
Okay.
It's called Lantana. Have you ever heard of it?
Lantana?
Lantana, just like the city up in Palm Beach County.
I'll be damned. What's it about?
It's got a little bit of everything in it. It'd be hard for me to explain to you what it's about, but I think you'd like it. It's similar to Magnolia on a little bit different scale.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, I think you ought to try to find it. I think it's about less than 10 years old. It's not a new movie.
Anybody in it that we know?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a movie from Australia, I'll tell you that. Everybody's Australian in it.
Well, nothing's perfect. Okay, I'll keep my eye peeled for it.
All right,
Thanks a lot,
Happy New
pal.
Year.
You too. Lantana, ever see it?
No.
I've been there, though.
Yeah.
You don't want to go there.
No.
Average age is 100, the death plus 10. Oh, and finally, Florida comes into the out of the dark ages into the almost enlightenment with that thing about drivers over 80 when they get their license renewed, they're going to have a vision test. You see that?
Yes.
So except for Neil's mother.
Oh, especially Neil's mother.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Let's see, by about 11:20, if we don't have 200 votes on here, that's going to be a real message. You know what? Because that'll be about an hour since we had the poll on there. We got 157 now. We're never going to get 200 by 11:20, are we? You think?
Yes, we will.
We will?
Yeah.
I don't think so. That's only 11 minutes away. That would be like 9. Let's see, 11 times 43, like about 4 votes a minute. I don't think it's going to happen. So that's the bad news. We're starting off the new year. We wanted to listen more in 2004 to QAM, but I don't think that's going to happen yet. I think when we get the billboards up there and we get Greg Reed running around with that sandwich board on Lincoln Road Mall and in Miami Lake, I think that's going to do it. When we get Ferrall back. I just sit back and I watch, and I don't know whether to laugh or cry, and watch the way that Greg Reed continues dicking this radio station. And you'll notice it's always everybody else who has to take the fall. You notice what I'm saying? I was thinking about that yesterday. This one's getting suspended, this one's getting canned, this one's getting their feet held to the fire. But because of the fact he's part owner of the station there, they just let him get away with bloody murder there and keep butchering us up. Even the people with that goddamn mad cow crap out there never saw butchering going on like this, like he's done to us. Thanks a lot, Greg. That's one of my New Year's resolutions, okay, is to get a Greg Reed voodoo doll and stick it in a lot. You think he's a metrosexual?
He does wear nice suits.
But he has crappy haircut. He always looks like he just crawled out of the sack. In fact, probably usually because he did. Metrosexual, that's one of the words that they say they want a Schmidt can this year.
Good.
Did you see the list of words?
No.
I got it here.
Oh, good.
I got some heavy-duty crap, but I want to get in thousands and thousands of calls because I feel like alienated from South Florida, you know? After being away for all these days. I want to bask in the warmth, the glow of the friendly, you know.
Right, the love.
The love, yeah. Can't you feel the love? Can't you feel it?
No.
Huh? You can almost squeeze it. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Stop reading, it's boring.
Okay. He's still with us. Thank God. You know what? Now I feel a little bit better. He's still with us. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Two things while you were gone, which are proves your theory. First one is that every 15 minutes, every segment, some Julio would call one of the sports shows and ask if Miss Fudge Rodriguez cut a bad deal by not signing with the Marlins. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
they're all running around saying in fact, all of them are going.
About 30, man.
About 30, man.
Every 15 minutes, somebody would ask the same question, like that meant anything. Like the guy's got $50 million in the bank, and everybody's saying poor Fudge.
Right.
It's unreal.
I'm more worried about Miss Fudge.
And then the other thing is the Toronto Panthers game the other night. Obviously, you didn't.
4-4 tie.
Yeah, the 4-4 tie. Now we were subjected to Rimmer and Potsdam down here.
Yeah.
And obviously, it was one of the best games of the year. It was just up and down. It was a great game.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys,
by the way, they had a sellout for that game, and the rumor I'm hearing is that most of the people there were Leaf fans. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, Rimmer kept saying it's almost capacity, not sellout. He said almost. We got an almost capacity crowd.
Yeah.
But these guys, instead of announcing the game, they talk about stories every period for 15 minutes.
I hate that.
It's ridiculous. You can't watch the game with these guys. They don't even announce what's going on. They just talk about it, and then all of a sudden they'll go, oh, there's a shot. I mean, Neil, what do you do? I mean,
sliding it in around into the near corner, but it's cut off there quickly by Morrison. He can't get it free. Now here's Tucker along the boards with Nolan getting it in for Anderson.
You listen to Joe Bowen doing the game for the Leafs. That's what you do.
Yeah, well, if you don't get it down here, what do you do? You're
to Toronto.
In.
Come to Toronto. I'm watching the game in an hour right now on Leafs TV. See what I'm saying?
I think you got to announce the game yourself.
Okay. In fact, I think I'm going to take Jig's job next year. Might as well have something to do.
No, I'm just saying, everybody who just turn the sound down and just announce it yourself. It makes it a whole lot better.
Okay.
Thanks, Neil.
And have a great New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, Leafs are going into a little bit of a funk now. We don't want to talk too much hockey because that would be sports. But, of course, it figured. They had that 17 games, 30, what was it? How many points, George?
Oh, I don't know. About
33 out of 34 points, something like that. That fantastic streak. And then they have to lose a couple here now. And, of course, people are starting to panic and get nervous again. Just the way it goes, eh? Let's see. You think we're going to get those 200 votes in an hour? It still is going to be pretty weak. We got 6 minutes and 27 votes to go. I don't think it's going to happen.
It'll happen.
We got 173. We're counting on yous.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Howard David's a bitch. You asshole.
Even though the ex-wife of record producer Phil Spector has said nothing but mean, hateful things for the past 29 years, the former Ronette has apparently changed her tune.
Ooh, child. I means to tell you, this is a good man. Even though Phil kept me locked up in the basement and fed me nothing but rice and sour Skittles, it's a good man. Even though he beat me within an inch of my life with his Chuck Taylor canvas high-top Converse sneakers, that's a good man. I don't believe he killed anybody, at least not ways on purpose. By the way, I'll be appearing at the Lake Tahoe Red Roof Inn on New Year's Day in the lobby from 3 till 5. I'll be singing, be my baby, be my little baby. Woo, child, I still got the pipes. It's a charity show to benefit me. And, of course, this one's for the children. There's a pretty good chance my friend Eddie Money may swing by the LTRI to take me home tonight. Ooh, I scared myself with my marvelous voice. Anyways, these charges against my ex-husband is phooey. Hong Kong phooey. Sure, he tried to kill me once, but not by his own self. He hired a kill man. That's
totally different. We had a disagreement about me wanting to eat pixie sticks instead of sour Skittles down in the basement, and he flew off the hammer and hired a kill man. I was bruised, but not died. In conclusions, let me say this. Fair spectacles of innocent man until not proven innocent by a jury of 12 people who don't like his toupee. I blame Paul McCartney for this incident, for putting out the Naked album and taking all the hard work by my ex-Phil and leaving it off the record down on the floor. That's caca, that's poo-poo, and it drove him to the killing that he didn't do. I must go. Back to Margo.
Ronnie Spector's opinion does not necessarily reflect those of any right-thinking person. Medication during the interview provided by Bristol-Myers Squibb.
Don't let me forget to stop that manually because it's going to go to the next cut.
Stop it. Stop it now.
Oh, it didn't do it. I guess I fixed it. Okay, 11:19 at 560 WQAM. We got a minute to go. We're not going to do 17 votes in a minute on that poll. We've lost it, man. We're done. Bye-bye. The party's over, baby. Miss Fudge is right. He's got his thumb right on it. Although now it won't refresh. Okay, maybe there's a little, huh?
I'm overloading it, obviously.
Nah, 185. And it's 11:20. Still short. 185. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Arnold the Gropinator elected governor of California, 57. Rush Limbaugh, drug addiction, 47. Michael Jackson arrested, 35. Boy, you talk about spin. You know who really makes me want to just scream?
Who makes you want to just scream?
One of the creepiest and the most slimy people I've ever seen in my life is that Mark Garrett.
Oh, I was just going to say.
What a slime ball.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't he look like the cheesy, slimy attorney that you'd find in about a $500 a month broom closet office?
Right, the utility room office.
Right. Michael Jackson arrested, only 35. Kobe Bryant rape case, 23. Martha Stewart insider trading, 7. Roy Horn mauled by tiger.
Roy!
4. Paris Hilton sex tape, 4. Madonna and Britney TV kiss, 4. Ben and J-Lo wedding, 3. And Rosie O'Donnell lawsuit. Somebody, I said don't do it, so they did. Somebody voted for it. It's got 1. Shame on you. Out of 185 votes, can you believe we couldn't even come close to 200 in an hour?
Embarrassing.
That is unbelievable, George. 191. We're just 9 shy. 5670560. If you just wouldn't have gotten Ferrall canned.
I know.
You and all your drug-induced assholes around there. Pound 560 on the AT&T.
Could you be more specific?
And Verizon. No, I'm not going to be more specific. He always was. That was part of his problem. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What happened to the Joe and Mark show? It doesn't come on anymore?
I think they left town.
They left town?
Mark got a divorce, and I think he and Joe eloped. They're still on.
When did they come on? I haven't listened. I haven't heard them.
2 to 5 in the morning, Monday through Friday.
They've been
they won't be on
vacation.
Oh, I see. They've been on vacation. Well, listen, we're all screwing off for the holidays. They'll be back on Sunday night.
Morning.
Oh, Monday morning.
Sunday night, Monday morning, 2 to 5 a.m.
All right.
But turn it off at 5, whatever you do, though.
Okay.
Okay. 5670560. What? Well, he pulled that crap with us. I think turnaround is fair play.
Maybe that's what happened.
Isn't that what Peter Marshall always used to say on the Hollywood Squares? Turnabout is fair play. Something like that. I don't know why he said that, but that's what he used to say. Poor Peter Marshall, man. I bet he's about 100 years old now. Don't you hate it when they bring back those people that you haven't seen in 30, 40 years?
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
Man.
And then you see them and think, oh, my God, do they look old. Makes me feel better. Like when I saw Martin Landau last night with Larry King on a James Dean thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me forget on Monday, that'll be a great poll to take. Which performer of all, we never did this poll, I'm sure of it. Which performer of all time is the most overrated? I'm voting for James Dean.
Okay.
Well, I can't vote for James Dean because Frank Sinatra. Can you imagine the list?
It'll be a list.
It'll be a gigantic list. We can build it. We can squeeze it. We can pile it on. But James Dean, I mean, he was okay, I don't think that there was anything great about Giant. In fact, Liz Taylor said she saw it. It wasn't so giant after all. Returned back to Eden, or east of Eden, up your Eden. We're busy Eden. And what was the other one? Rebel Without a Cause.
Right.
That was his 3 movies. That was it. He did a bunch of live TV there on Alcoa Theater or Studio One, whatever those live shows used to be. I mean, he was okay. But they carry on about him. If anybody in this audience saw it last night, the panel they had on just emoting about how the rock and roll was a result of James Dean. Elvis Presley came along recorded Heartbreak Hotel in February of '56. The only problem with that being is that Heartbreak Hotel wasn't Elvis Presley's first hit. How do you like that? Plus, Sun Records was making all them hillbilly stuff with Elvis before anybody ever heard. Well, I mean, they heard of James Dean, but what does that have to do with the price of peanuts? It's just amazing how after certain people die, and they pointed out that he is still one of the leading dead money makers in the world. James Dean T-shirts and posters and all this other crap, just pouring into cash.
Even more than
Jesus Christ. That's why they put shows in there like that. Maybe Larry's getting a cut of that or something like that. Probably. Did we make the 200 votes yet? Oh, 202. Yeah. So we're like 4 minutes late. 4 minutes late, George. Mark it down. Jackson Brothers' claim of police brutality bogus, writes Mike Walker in the Inquirer this week. He says, Jermaine Jackson, shut up. Despite your bizarre claim that Santa Barbara cops you label racist rednecks roughed up brother Michael, nobody laid a glove on the gloved one, my inside sources insist. And guess what, Mike? You are
absolutely correct, sir.
Remember, I'm the only journalist who's reported details of the booking procedure, Michael describing his eye color as chocolate, for example, and my sources sneer at your charge that he was very much mistreated physically. In fact, they say Michael was so grateful for respectful treatment he had an assistant deliver autographed photos of himself, complete with holiday greetings to the booking officers, which annoyed his lawyer no end, I hear. That's slimy Mark Garagos. My sources also say Michael can't stand you, Jermaine, and rarely speaks to you. You dissed him years ago with your notorious song, Word to the Bad, sniping at bros, plastic surgery, and weirdness. You warbled, once you were made, you changed your shade. Was your color wrong? Could not turn back. It's a known fact you were too far gone. Oh, I like that, don't you?
I like it. Read it again.
Once you were made, you changed your shade. Was your color wrong? Could not turn back. It's a known fact you were too far gone. At the time, Jermaine, you called it an attempt to heal our relationship. Are today's outrageous lies your latest pathetic stab at healing, Jermaine? And is it germane to the case? Nice going, Mike Walker. I love the Inquirer, man. And to me, if I had only one publication to read to find out what was going on in the world, other than political stuff.
Right.
Because we don't want to do no political stuff, because it's just, like you said, isn't that what you said? Preaching to the choir. We'll put all the political stuff you'll ever need to read on our website for people with an IQ larger than their thumbnail. Other than that, we just want to have a good time here on this show. That's all. We're going back to basics. We're scrapping all of that crap. We're scrapping the crap, right?
Right.
Going back to basics, like the Inquirer, gives some good, meaty, juicy stuff. That's what the public wants. They don't want all these highfalutin stories about Neil Bush, although I do have one.
Okay.
In fact, it was off one of your bedtime stories.
Yeah.
George may have done a mediocre show while I was on vacation, but he sure did a great job of those bedtime stories, which is a lot more important. Guess what city is the murder capital of the U.S. now?
I give up.
In 2003, with 599 homicides. Guess what city it is?
Miami?
It's not Miami.
No. Washington, D.C.
No.
New York.
No.
L.A.
No.
Well, I give up.
Come on, keep going.
Seattle.
Let me give you a clue. Farrell's working there now.
Chicago.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Hi there, you bastards.
American girls and American guys who only listen to the message from the Uber ride will have their tables hog flying. As the troops come home dead, they find the comfort of the night hiding under the bed. I never served in the army, I'm too afraid to fight. So I sit right here near the TV, far from liberal lies. Under the covers you'll discover I'm a big sissy who would prefer to have some other do the fighting for me. Now this country I love is occupying Iraq, and all the suckers like me whose necks are red in the back have our tongues all placed firmly in Bush's big brown eye. The big mouth cowards of the world who gladly follow Clyde. Hey, Uncle Sam, I'm too afraid to fight or enlist, but you can count on me to watch TV and shake my fist, and my flag will fly from the back of my truck like an idiotic, pseudo-patriotic dumb. And my view of the whole wide world is what I see on Fox News. Yeah, I'm an armchair warrior who knows better than you. I'm an inbred jerk who parrots anything they say. Don't have to read or research. It's so much easier this way to watch TV or look at pictures in USA Today. With my finger up my ass as I tickle my brain. Hey, Uncle Sam, I'm too afraid to fight or enlist, but you can count on me to watch TV and shake my fist as I lower my fly so I can pull on my hood to proudly show the swastika tattooed on my nuts. The Saudis are our best friends in the world, not those Iraqis or Jews. Yeah, I'm an armchair warrior who knows better than you.
Sounds a little like Joe Rose and W got together there, don't it? 11:32. Speaking of pulling your pud, guess how many times Miss Fudge came during that first hour and a half of the show today?
About 30, man.
Keep wailing on it, Matt. Keep wailing on that thing, baby. It'll heal up someday. 216 votes, man. That's really sad. We got a lot of work to do in the new year. We got to do a lot more in 2004.
More what?
Crap. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Have any women call in to say a Happy New Year yet?
No.
No.
Didn't we have
Not
one?
one. We had that one lady who had a suggestion for the poll. She was okay. She sounded like a Juliet to me. But other than that, no women. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Top of the morning to you.
Hey, no mo in 2004.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. No mo in 2004.
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me. Got a nice ring to it, don't it?
No mo and no fo.
Let's say that to Jermaine Jackson. They can put it to music. 5670560. Oh, they can't. If I have to see more cows falling down, I just can't take it no more, man.
On a continuous loop, I can't get the image out of my head.
I don't want to keep seeing cows, poor cows, diseased, sick, weak cows falling down, and then hearing about the downer cows. I mean, how dare you prevent us from selling those downer cows and, shoving that in your puss?
It's a downer to watch it.
Jesus Christ. I mean, just talk about neurotic repetition. Seriously, I think if everybody would just throw out their TV set, never going to happen. I don't want to be first. I'm not going to volunteer.
No, not me. After you.
But just throw it out. Throw that damn thing out the window. The world would be so much better of a place. I mean, the choices you got, like in Amsterdam, you've got like a CNN. Nobody wants to see that. BBC, which after the first couple of hours gets a little on the dry side. It's like halava, a little too dry. And then you can turn on like the National Geographic and watching animals eating other animals, and then that's about it. And a bunch of stuff in Dutch that nobody understands. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Don't forget, Michael Jackson on CBS tonight. Miss it if you can. It's so scandalous. It's so freaking outrageous, and nobody cares. That's the thing that somebody called, I think it was the show before I went on vacation. That last Friday. And the guy said to me, he said, well, I love your show, but you always sound very angry. You always sound angry. And I said, I'm not angry, but I take that back. You're right, pal. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. It's a chance to vent. That's what the show's all about anyway. It's a chance to vent. Like that. Give it back to where we're getting it. Right. But it's just so frustrating as hell. I don't think the word is anger. It's frustration that there are so many stupid-ass people out there, and the media is so goddamn irresponsible. And they'll do whatever the hell they want just to make a buck. Unlike us at QM. This show today is a public service, by the way, in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah. All trade, all
nice
PSA.
going, Screw Ann.
Roy!
She's really on top of it. And if she ever gets off, she might get some work done. Her book, by the way, she put what's his name, to shame. Bill O'Reilly and Hillary, all of them.
And Al Franken.
Al Franken put them all to shame.
Moore.
One in the stink and one in the pink.
Rectum.
He's just kicking ass, is what I'm hearing. WQM, Happy New Year.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I have a question for you, and then I have a comment.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right. Question is, do you believe that Al-Qaeda still presents a threat to the U.S. and will continue to try and attack us if they can?
Of course.
Okay. All right. Second question. This is my comment. Then I have one more about.
Yes, sir.
All right. The second one is, do you, as an American citizen, would you feel more secure with President Bush or with a Democratic president regarding the security of the United States?
Democratic president.
Why would you? Why?
Because a Democratic president wouldn't be carrying out this this policy of preemptive wars and getting the rest of the world to hate us. That's the main reason why.
Yeah, but these guys already hate us, and we can't stop that.
Well, let me ask you this. See, I don't want to get dragged into this thing about Al-Qaeda, but what did attacking Iraq and capturing Saddam Hussein, if that, like I said before, if that made us safer, how come we're under orange alert and everybody's crapping in their pants?
Well, here's what I think about Iraq. The real reason we went in there, Neil?
Yeah.
I think it was...
How do you spell it? OIL?
I think the real reason we went in there was it was payback. It was we went into the heart of the Arab world and said, you are not going to destroy our way of life. Tom Friedman wrote an excellent article.
Tom Friedman's an asshole, man. I don't want to hear about Tom Friedman. Have a nice day, okay? Tom Friedman's an idiot.
They're going to hate
us
anyway, so therefore let's kill them all.
Yeah, let's get even with the Arab world, okay? So in other words, if somebody comes and, shoots your whole family, God forbid, and blows their brains out, let's just go get even with somebody. So let's go out in the streets and blow a bunch of people that look like them away, okay?
Right,
maybe it's not the right ones, but these people look very much like the ones that came to my house and blew my family away. So let's just go shoot them. What kind of moronic thinking is that? Tom Friedman's an idiot. God almighty. I wouldn't read a Tom Friedman article on or off the air if you paid me $50 a word. No chance. Maybe 100. Oh, there's Candy Crowley. Man, if she gets any goddamn fatter, then everybody's going to have to get a wide screen. Can you believe her? Oh, and there's Jew Lieberman campaigning with college football fans.
Hampshire sports bars where fans gathered to watch them.
Well, let's get him on QAM. After all, we got a sports bar with a microphone. Let's get Jew Lieberman on there. We got a lot of Jews already.
With police officers and first responders.
There's Wesley Clark. Boy, it's pretty sad. You hit it right on the head before the show. We were discussing Howard Dean. Howard Dean is getting attacked by all the other Democratic candidates because he's got the guts, the balls to rip Bush an ass that he deserves, okay? And most of these other candidates, including the one I got on CNN right now, this Dick Gebhardt, this Dick, bunch of pansies, man, bunch of cowards, which is why all these people are dying every single day for no reason at all, based on a pack of lies. So they can knock Howard Dean all they want. He's got more balls in one testicle. He's got more cojones than these guys will ever have, the whole lot of them put together, except Al Sharpton, and we know about him. Isn't it a shame that Al Sharpton's such an asshole? Because he's good.
He's a good talker.
Right. He talks a good game, and then, of course, then you realize it's him. Well, there's Willie Nelson doing his new anti-war song.
We'll give the first
at a Kucinich benefit. There's another guy we like, Dennis Kucinich. He's just got a bad hairpiece. 225 votes. Like I said, this is sad, George. This is a bad omen, man. This is weak. I come back here full of piss and vinegar ready to kick some ass, and this is like, holy crap, what are we doing here? Do we have any audience left at all?
No.
Is there anybody alive in that town?
No.
See, what is the story today? And I realize I don't know what day it is. It definitely doesn't feel like Friday, okay?
Right. It's
By the way, sunny and 46 today and sunny and 52 tomorrow in Toronto. That's going to get cold as hell. That's just for Paul Castronova. Oh, and speaking of taking it up the ass, they took a big hit in that November trend, too. What does that tell you?
I don't know.
And that's because your people don't listen to Paul and Ron.
No, they don't. They listen to you. They don't
put that down either. Right. I'm telling you. Let's see. Tom says, did you know the director of Fox TV's news department is Bush's cousin? Yes, I did. He was the one that put it on the air 3 o'clock in the morning that Bush won the election on 2000, yes. And we also know about Neil Bush, which we got that story, which I might get to or not, as the case may be. Neil Bush's foreign business deals draw the spotlight. Role of president's brother in transactions detailed in documents tied to divorce. Earned nearly $1.4 million in 2000. Nearly half of it came from simply introducing the executives of a Thailand-based conglomerate to the executives of a U.S. company that makes computer components, even though he doesn't know nothing about it. $1.4 million.
Wow.
What did I say before you were on vacation? I'll say it again, and I'll say it every goddamn day. The crookedest family in the history of the U.S., forget about the Rockefellers, forget about the Kennedys, forget about anybody else, is the Bushes, man. The Bush family is the biggest bunch of crooks that ever came down the pike, okay? Yes. And this guy can give me a song and a dance about how he feels a lot safer from Al-Qaeda. How come we're not, if we did such a great job on Al-Qaeda, how come everybody, like I said to him, is crapping their pants now and worried about getting on an airplane and worried about whether they can go to a football game or not?
Oh, they're all the same, all the...
Because we wasted over $100 billion with a mindless war, with a preemptive, so-called preemptive war, and attack against Iraq, which had nothing to do with the price of peanuts or anything else. But, you know, we had to get even with Sodom. That was a little part of it there because he threatened Daddy's life. That was a little teeny part of it, plus OIL and MONEY. And isn't it something now that the worm is starting to turn a little bit, that Halliburton lost some of those contracts because even the Pentagon said, well, this is a little too embarrassing for us. How do you like that?
I don't.
And also that article about George Schultz and Bechtel that you had on it. George had some great bedtime stories on our website.
Thank you. I slaved.
No, they were good.
Not too many, but I tried to go for quality.
230 votes on the poll. Not too many. 238. Well, we're going for quality, though. We're getting quality votes on our website. That's right. On our poll. I mean, we can get, 1,500 votes a day like we usually do. But who the hell wants that? Because there'll be 1,500 crappy votes. We want quality votes on a website. Just like we can get a one share when when a book comes out. By the way, January 16th, 1 o'clock, mark it down.
I did.
That's when the fall book comes out. And that's when we're going to, and Beast had one good line. He said, we're going to call it, on this show at any rate, the fall book. Because we're going to take a big hit. And you know something, Miss Fudge? The check's still coming in. They still cleared a bank. And you're still sitting there. See, Matt Fudge is one thing. You know what he is besides an asshole and a self-hating faggot? David Brock with no balls.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Yes.
Anytime they see that we're lagging in the polls, they provide a headline that will lead you by the nose. Oh! To say, they said, is the one to get. Now they have only one big dictator left. Don't worry about Sudan, we got 'em. Now we're all comfy and safe. You got 'em. He won't attack us no more. You got 'em. Praise Bush like Jesus. Who say 9/11 is what they got you to believe. Can't get any dumber than a one-party country. You believe what they say, like the gullible fool as they use the state for their corporate tool. Call the election off, we got 'em. Bush has got his king, you got 'em. Get down on your knees, you got 'em. Dick Cheney, you got 'em. Oh!
11:46, 14 till noon. We got Clarence coming along. Clarence? Curtis? Whatever his name is. Curtis for the Mad Dog. How come I'm hearing this echo today? Is there any special reason for that? Doesn't it sound like a little reverby?
No.
Huh?
No.
I like it, though. It sounds like WABC a little bit, without the audience. Blake's wife, you're going to love this story. I saved this just for you. Blake's wife branded as cocaine smuggler.
All right.
Well, you want to see the picture for any Inquirer. Page 8 in this week's Inquirer, the January 6th issue.
Yeah.
Man, what a put him on her. She looks as nasty and she looks a little bit like Glenn Campbell in that DUI photo. Yeah. In fact, she looks a lot like Glenn Campbell, only a little bit, he looked better. A new development has emerged in the Robert Blake murder case. His defense team will claim that the actor's slain wife, Bonnie Lee Bakley, was a cocaine smuggler and drug dealer. How do you like that?
Wouldn't doubt it. She was a blackmailer.
That fucking bitch.
Exactly. Blake's determined attorney, Thomas Messerow Jr., will try to show that this woman was not just a two-bit lonely heart scam artist, but also a narcotics dealer, and that what could have brought her about, that's what could have brought about her demise, a source close to the defense revealed. It's always a drug deal, like with O.J. and, and what's her name? Nicole?
And Ron.
The point will be made that she could have been killed in a hit because of the risky business she was in. Messerow will introduce evidence at the February trial to show that she was a cocaine dealer right up to the point of her death, even while she was living on Blake's property. I didn't put the Blake thing on the list here because wasn't that from the previous year?
I don't even remember. Small potatoes.
No, but it would have been on there if it was I think it was a 2002 deal. Messerol will introduce evidence to show she was a cocaine dealer right up to the point of her death, even while she was living on Blake's property. Surprise witnesses are going to be called who will say she went to Florida. Drugs in Florida? I can't believe that. No. South America and the Caribbean on illegal business. The witnesses will give evidence she smuggled cocaine into the U.S., distributed it, and sold it. The defense will call witnesses to show she made these international flights, why she made them, and the false names she used to do her deals. And it's doubly important because the prosecution is planning to say that Blake at one point wanted to plant drugs on Bonnie so she'd be arrested and out of his hair. But the defense will try to show he didn't need to do that because she was a drug dealer herself. Bonnie was once arrested in connection with drugs back in 2001 during an early investigation into her death by the Inquirer. Bonnie's ex-husband, Paul Goran, said in an exclusive interview, I do know that when she was arrested holding drugs, she told the police she was holding them for a celebrity, that was Jerry Lee Lewis and his 6-year-old bride. Bonnie's drug connection was briefly mentioned at Blake's preliminary court hearing. Under cross-examination, a detective in the case acknowledged that police did not investigate Bonnie's alleged link to drug dealers. Detective Brian Tyndall was cross-examined about his testimony regarding what Blake had allegedly said to his former personal assistant about his wife's shady associations. His wife's shady-ass associations. According to Detective Tyndall, Blake's ex-assistant Cody Blackwell told him that Blake had described her as the scum of the earth, and she associated with bikers, drug dealers, and tattoo people. Oh, my God, tattoo people, now we know. There's nothing I can't stand worse, huh?
More, less.
Man.
As much.
Just like those jack-off parties at the Stablemaster on the route of Vaseline in Amsterdam with all those bikers. Man. All those tattoo people. Ooh, fat. Also, the preliminary at the hearing, Tyndall reportedly testified that Bonnie's son, Glenn Garon, allegedly found drugs in Bonnie's car in Tennessee. The inquirers learned that Blake's defense has a list of 745 witnesses who could potentially be called at the trial. 745.
Wow.
Among the names are some celebrity pals of Blake who will be called as character witnesses, including Anthony Hopkins, disc jockey Casey Kasem, and his wife Jean, old-time actress Gene Simmons, and veteran comic Mort Saul. What, is he still alive?
Oh, there's a website.
What?
Dead or Alive, who's dead and who's not.
Yeah.
I forgot what it is, but
do you remember Buddy Hackett dying?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Sure, I remember.
Because somewhere here I clipped out a thing from the Inquirer, or from the Star, I guess, from the tabloid, about all the famous people that died in 2003. In June, Buddy Hackett died. He was fat.
Mm-hmm.
The prosecution introduced its witness list of 164 names during a hearing held December 5th. Among the names on the list obtained by the Inquirer is Norma Bass, mother of Bo Derek, and widow of Bobby Bass. Who the hell's Bobby Bass?
I don't know.
Well, the Inquirer reported that Bobby, who was a stuntman, was among several Hollywood stuntmen Blake allegedly approached as a potential hitman to kill Bonnie. There you go.
I see.
The prosecution list includes Blake's daughter Delina. Well, what the hell is happening to names anymore, you know? What are these names?
Made up.
Delina, who is custody of Blake and Bonnie's baby, and several members of Bonnie's family, including her sister Marjorie Bakley, that's spelled Margerry, Marjorie Bakley, ex-husband Paul Garon, and Bonnie's children Glenn and Holly Garon. Also on a prosecution witness list is Inquirer reporter John Blosser, now an editor, who was involved in obtaining blockbuster audio tapes made by Bonnie of Blake threatening her, which have since been introduced by prosecutors in the case. Stay tuned for more. Nobody cares about that, you're right. At the time, it would seem pretty exciting. But now that we got all the other stuff, you got Lacey and Scott. Anybody care about that? No.
Got Michael.
But they don't care about Michael that much. At least not our crowd. 260 votes. Boy, 260 votes in an hour and a half? That is scandalous. Do you have any idea? I think we ought to turn the transmitter off and save the juice. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Arnold the Gropinator elected governor of California, 78. Rush Limbaugh, drug addiction, 75. Michael Jackson arrested, only 50. See? I would have thought it'd be much more than that. Kobe Bryant rape case, he's got exactly...
About 30, man.
Martha Stewart insider trading, 10. Madonna and Britney's TV kiss, 5. Paris Hilton sex tape, 4. Roy Horn mauled by Tiger, 4 for... Roy! Ben and J-Lo, so-called wedding, 3. And Rosie O'Donnell with her lawsuit still stuck there on 1. One big lonely one. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Now, that thing we had yesterday about listening a lot more in 2004, I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, it was yours.
That was my suggestion for the poll. More to Neil in 2004, and, of course, a lot less to...
Absolutely.
Somebody we revile. In spite of what you say, Barry Jackass, we'll talk about whatever we want to talk about on the show, Barry Jackass. You're not the goddamn program director. You're not the one putting words or anything else in our mouth, okay? And by the way, quit eating them bologna sandwiches. It stinks like hell there at the Herald. His mommy still drives him to work every day. Did you know that?
And dresses him?
With a brown bag, dresses him every day with a little bow tie and them Buster Brown shoes. You look really classy, Barry. You make me look good. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Is this Neil Rogers show?
Yes, sir. It sounds like me.
Oh, awesome. I want to give thanks to George. Basically, he's been doing a great job since you've been gone.
Right.
And,
I hear he did a sensational job.
He has been doing a sensational job.
In fact, I think it was so good he ought to have like another month at least, don't you?
Well, I don't know about that.
Come on.
No.
Another couple of weeks anyway. Let me recharge my batteries in my old age.
You're charged up.
Yeah, charge this. Go ahead, sir.
Well, basically, I just want to say a comment. If Bush was a Democrat, the Republicans would want his head on a platter.
Right, that's right.
Okay?
And not only that, but if you think to what that guy said before, since they've already told us Al-Qaeda and the terrorists, this is a war that's going to last all of our lifetime. If that's the case, why bother having an election? Why not just make Bush the dictator, the emperor?
Well, they would love that, but, I mean, that's besides the point. If the only thing that I can figure out is, like, the Republicans usually have a branch of libertarians that are actually pretty decent guys. I haven't heard anything from them regarding this whole problem.
No.
It's a shame, but, hey, you know, I may be joining you in Canada next year if Bushy wins again, so hopefully, he won't, but.
See you at the border, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, bring some smoked meat. 5670560, pound 560, and the AT&T. And don't forget, if anything bad happens, it's Canada's fault.
That's right.
You got a sick cow, we done it. That's right.
So now
in
more
Alberta,
than ever.
no less. All them farmers in Alberta, all them yahoos.
Now will you watch the South Park movie?
You got the sniffles? Which South Park movie?
The one and only South Park movie. It's
South Park the movie.
Yeah, it's all about
that sounds like the name
blaming
of it.
Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and get it today. How do you
You'll
like
love
that?
it. You will die of laughter.
I love South Park. I don't know. I don't know
You'll
why
fall
it
over
is.
dead. It's all about censorship and language and Canada.
Oh, and guess what book I read on the plane coming back? I read the whole book.
I am above the law!
A TV Nation, Michael Moore. It was about the TV show. I mean, it certainly wasn't his best work, but it was about the whole TV show and what they did and how they did it and why they did it. It was very amusing, as usual. And he also said,
because they're a bunch of assholes.
That's why he wrote it. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. I got a whole different attitude, man, even though it doesn't sound like it. I really do. You notice that we had all these calls from the Ferrall people calling in saying that they just won't listen to QM anymore because, and see, those people are gone.
Right.
You chased them away by shipping his ass off to Chicago. I'm shocked over the fact that he actually called you.
Yeah, had a third party, and I called him back.
He had a party?
Yeah, and I was invited.
I guarantee you, if he had a party, you'd have been there. And you'd probably have brought the good stuff. 11:56, 4 minutes till noon at 560 QAM, your used to be great station.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
This is Dick Cheney. I like to relax by having Mary Magdalene massage my balls while listening to the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
Right now, at the Baghdad International Airport, U.S. officials continue to interrogate former Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein.
All right. Before you go any further, we know you speak English.
Hey, okay, don't shout at me.
All right, Mr. Hussein.
Could I get like a green tea or something?
No, you can't have a green tea.
All right, I'm asking. And don't hurt to ask. How about the other fella? He looks a little nicer than you. Could I get like a green tea or something?
No, you cannot get a green tea.
Back down on the attitude.
All right, Mr. Hussein, we have a few questions for you.
I'm not going to say anything. I will not talk. I'm the president of Iraq. I wish to be treated with diplomatic immunity.
Really? You're not going to talk?
No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm a brave soldier.
What if I do this to you?
Hey, you pinched my nipple. Don't pinch my nipple. I'll tell you anything you want. What do you want to know?
All right, good.
I changed my mind. I won't talk now.
What?
No. Green tea first, maybe.
What if I do this?
Hey, you pinched my other nipple. Stop your partner from pinching my nipples. This is wrong.
Are you going to talk?
Sure, I'll tell you what do you want to know?
All right, good. Where are the weapons of mass destruction?
I don't remember. I'm not trying to be difficult. I don't remember.
Give me your hand.
Really? Okay, you want. Hey, you slapped my hand.
Where are the weapons of mass destruction?
They're by my castle. They're in the ground. Don't slap me.
Sorry about that.
That hurt.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be
It's
so
all right,
rough.
it's okay. But look, there's left a mark on there.
Sorry.
Whatever happened to this big tough guy, you're going to fight you to death and all that stuff? What happened to that?
I'm not telling you anything. How about that? There's my courage. I'm done talking now.
Oh, that's very courageous.
Shut down the mechanism. I'm not talking to you no more.
Really? Give me your other hand.
What do you want my other hand for? Ah,
Wow! Where are your advisors? They're at the Baghdad Pizza Hut. They're in the back room there where they just sit down by the salad bar. Don't get so rough. I'll tell you what you want to know.
We appreciate you being so helpful, Mr. Hussein.
That's okay. Don't slap, though, with the nipples and the hands. I mean, there's no reason to get so, nasty.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? How do you like that? How do you like that?
Push my ear.
How do you like that?
What do you want to know? I'll tell you.
Did you gas the turds?
The Kurds, not
the Kurds, that's what I meant.
Yes, of course I gassed the Kurds.
Why'd you invade Kuwait?
Oh, I'm not talking.
Oh, there's a wedgie. Oh, don't give me the wedgie. Oh, no, there's a wedgie.
Get the flagpole. Get the flagpole.
Bring the flagpole in here.
No, I tell you, don't get the flagpole.
Why did you bomb Kuwait?
Because it was something to do. I was bored. Leave me alone. I'm too brave.
Mr. Kill all the turds.
Kurds, you people. Those were Kurds, not turds. Don't call a whole group of people turds.
Sorry about that.
What's so
You
right?
turd.
1201 at 560 WQAM. So anyway, this fax you just sent me is a real hoot. This is a panic. Thanks for the comedy.
Right.
It says, Neil, I left misspelled. Of course, almost everything in here is misspelled. I left Lebanon 20 years ago, also misspelled, Lebenon, 20 years ago, as one of the last groups of Marines in the airport in Beirut, also misspelled. I knew then we would be at war in the Middle East one day. What you and many other left-minded people don't realize is that G.W. Bush is doing us all a huge favor by securing oil for our children and grandchildren. So you go ahead and oppose, APPOSE, oppose our president on every level. There are enough real world-minded people to keep President Bush and like-minded people in office until the mission is accomplished. Signed, Registered Democrat.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice spelling, by the way. I think probably he and the president share, if nothing else, IQ. 5670560. And by the way, speaking of oil, isn't it fascinating? Do you notice who the first ones are all rubbing their hands together about Libya?
What, the oil companies?
The American oil companies. They've been jonesing again there for 23 years now. And now, here's the opportunity. They're going,
all right.
Yeah, all right.
We got those stories on there, how it was in the works for years.
Right, it was in the works for months. Oh, no, it's because they caught Saddam, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah.
In addition to which, isn't this amazing? Here's another lunatic, one of the craziest people on the face of the earth, Muammar Gaddafi, and now all of a sudden he's a good guy. Oh. Yeah, I told you all along he was okay, just got strange headgear, that's all. 285 votes on the poll. I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't get 500 votes on the poll before the show ends at 2 o'clock today, I will not come back tomorrow. You ready for that?
No.
I will not come back and do a show tomorrow if we don't get at least 500 votes by 2 o'clock.
Hang on, I'm chain emailing.
What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? That's our poll question on NeilRogers.com. Arnold the Gropinator, elected governor of California, 88. Rush Limbaugh, drug addiction, 80. There's the battle right there between Rush and Arnold. Michael Jackson arrested, only 57. Small potatoes. Kobe Bryant rape case, 33. And then after that, really teeny tiny taters. Martha Stewart insider trading, 10. Madonna and Britney's TV kiss, 5. Paris Hilton, six sex tape, 4. What's his name, mauled by the tiger?
Roy!
4. The Benifer J whatever the hell they're Ben and J-Lo wedding, 3. And Rosie O'Donnell still got 1 out of 288. Pretty lame, man. We got a lot of work to do. We got to do a lot more in 2004. You know that? Besides electing Howard Dean. Oh, there you go again, you left-minded people from the left coast, all you pinko liberals hate America. Right. WQN, Happy New Year.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you back, sir. George did an excellent job.
He is the best.
He's good. Let me ask you a question. Just curiosity. Have you seen the Hard Rock Hotel that they built in Hollywood?
No.
You haven't seen the Hard Rock Hotel? Right off the turnpike? I think it's Griffin.
I stayed a lot of Hollywood except at Mommy's house.
Well, since they built that, do you think we might get gambling here in South Florida?
No.
At all, huh?
Absolutely not.
Because of the cruise ships?
Mark, because of the cruise ships and because of the Bible thumpers and because of Jeb Bush and all his right-wing asshole friends, never going to happen. Never happen.
I thought it would be a break in the ice somehow. One more thing.
Take it to the bank, man. We'll never live to see it.
One more thing. I was listening to Mo this morning. That's one of my New Year's resolutions, is to listen to Mo. He was talking about an article that was written about just radio in general and how the people at the personalities at QAM rank on him so much. And he said,
it was the Barry Jackass article.
Okay, I call him then. But he actually said, those people who talk behind my back, they don't have the guts to talk in my face. I thought that was funny. And I know that Ferrall used to tell him things also.
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, I mean, I know Ferrall used to rank on him all the time in front of his face, so
Yeah.
he's paranoid, but he says that people just talk behind his back, not to him.
I'll be more than happy to tell him right to his face anything that I say on the air, believe me.
Neil, great to have you back, man.
Have a great New Year.
Bye-bye.
I just don't want to see him when I'm there. I'm going to be there very soon. I just don't want to see him, Mo. It's nothing personal, is it? Oh, yes, it is. I don't want to see him any more than you want to see him. I don't want to be involved with him. And this very jackass writing crap about, well, enough already. No, it's not enough. We haven't even begun yet. We haven't begun to rip this man an ass. If all we did was rip him for 4 hours every day and every show on the station, that still wouldn't be enough for what he's done to people and tried to do to people. Man, this is an accident waiting to happen, this guy. And, of course, Greg Reed once again gets himself in a catch-22. He can't get rid of this guy. Has to extend his contract because he screws up by changing the guy's time. All of the stuff, all of the crap that we're facing right now on this radio station goes back to screwing up the first team and moving us to 9-1. I was thinking about this yesterday, which when I'm not there, I try to think very little about it. But when we went on 9-1, and I was thinking about those first few weeks, trying desperately to get calls at 9 o'clock, and like trying to revamp the whole South Florida radio audience's listening habits. Right. You can't do it. You can't do it. It's one thing when you're popular enough, you can move an audience from one station to another. That's fine. But to change everybody's listening habits didn't work. And then we went through the 7 months of bedtime stories, which you like, but nobody else did. And unfortunately, you don't get no diaries.
Not yet.
Pretty sad. Pretty tragic, man.
Yeah,
and now we're still trying to put the pieces together. Then we went through the Farell business, which, as much as I like the guy personally, and as much as I thought we had a good crossover going there, the fact of the matter is, anybody with half a brain, which leaves Greg out, would have known that was going to blow up. Even when Kevin Baxter wrote that glowing article in the Herald, do you remember what he wrote? I paraphrase it. He said, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when he's going to get, when he's going to go over the line and get himself canned. He wrote that, and he was a fan of the guy. He liked him. He wrote a glowing article. But he knew that this is a man who is out of control. You cannot, he's like a whirling dervish. And we're still waiting for those calls, by the way, about Farell. He ain't coming back. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's our favorite line 9, QAM. QAM.
Oh, never mind.
He's good. He got it.
Never mind. That was excellent. That might have been the best call of the day so far.
We'll take it.
5670560, pound. We want a lot of ladies on here today, man. We want a whole bunch.
About 30, man.
At least we've only had one female who's taken the time. This goes to show you what a rotten place South Florida really is. I don't care what anybody says. There's no courtesy, there's no love, there's no friendliness, there's no compassion, there's no rahmanis, whatever the hell the Japanese mean when they say that. There's nothing. No, I'm tired of it, man. Here everybody is so goddamn polite. You can rip Toronto all you want, and of course most of the people who rip it never been here, wouldn't know where to find it on the map anyway. But God, it is such a civilized, decent place where the people are so frickin' polite and friendly and just laid back and nice. There's something to be said for nice, As opposed to Amsterdam, where they're just rude and obnoxious. Man, the Dutch are just, fat. Believe you me. In fact, I think if I had to pick between the French and the Dutch, I'd pick the French because at least some of them look pretty good, All right. Except in Montreal. No, seriously, the Dutch are just rude, and I don't know what happens to them once they get to be about 35 or 40 or maybe even...
About 30, man.
They get hit with the ugly stick. Even the guys that used to look good, all of a sudden they all have these long, strange beards, and they're like a cross between Ulysses S. Grant and Rip Van Winkle. No, seriously, that's your average 40 or 50-year-old Dutch man. He looks like Rip Van Winkle in drag. Somebody should send them some history books and tell them that we finally moved into another century, and I'm talking about the 20th. Forget about this one. 5670560. I see line 1 still isn't working. Same old crap, And of course the excuse will be, well, it's the holidays, and stop with the excuses already down there. Duff and Clarence and all you other fumblers, all you fugers there. Man. If we're gonna get this ship straightened out again in 2004, if we're gonna get the Titanic out of the bottom of the ocean and get it sailing again, you better start getting with it. Duff and Clarence and Greg and Ray. Who else is it? And Maddie. WQAM. Happy New Year. Not there. WQAM. Hola. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Neil. Listen, I got two quick things for you.
Go ahead.
One for your poll, Strom Thurmond's Love Child.
Oh, I like that. I love it.
And the bridge tender, I believe, is still alive and kicking. I think he called Kimba Bocamper this morning. Sounded just like him.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
Thanks
I'm out of material.
Thanks for the bad news. Have a great New Year. Bye-bye. Strom Thurmond's Love Child. Let's get that on there right away, Eric. Strom Thurmond's Love Child. Now, that happened while you were on vacation, right?
Yeah, but I saw the story.
I mean, very little response on it. I mean, although we did take a poll, I think he was right up there with Rush as far as being one of the biggest hypocrites of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Here is one of the most virulent racists who ever came down the pike, the Dixiecrat from 1948. I mean, just they showed some clips of some of the speeches he made and the things that he said. Just unbelievable.
Right. I've seen those.
Incredible. And come to find out that he knocked up the maid was 16 years old at the time.
Nice.
Right, lovely. I guess he wanted to be like a modern day Thomas Jefferson, something like that. So let's get that on there. Strom Thurmond's Love Child. 308 votes on the poll. Arnold the Gropinator was the biggest news story, celebrity news story of 2003. Arnold elected governor of California 93. Rush Limbaugh's drug addiction 90. Got a battle going on. Michael Jackson arrested 60. Kobe Bryant rape case 36. Martha Stewart insider trading 12. She goes to trial January 22. I'd like to see them throw her ass in jail, wouldn't you?
Oh, that would be so special.
Just on general principle, I just don't like her. She's a smug
bitch.
Yeah, smug bitch. Very good. Madonna and Britney's TV kiss 5. Paris Hilton's sex tape only 4. Roy Horn mauled by Tiger only 4. Ben and J-Lo wedding 3. Rosie O'Donnell's lawsuit 1. And Strom Thurmond's Love Child just popped up.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
After years of failed attempted mergers with cable news channels, Disney-owned ABC has decided to launch their own 24-hour news channel. Here's what it may sound like.
Good evening. This is M. Mouse, reporting from Orlando. Our top story this evening, 9 people were injured when they fell off the... Boop. Better give me something else. In other news, 4,000 people experienced explosive diarrhea and vomiting while disembarking the... Boop. Better go over to sports. Here's Goofy.
Gosh, Wick, I've got nothing. Back to you.
Okay, then. Good job there, Rain Man. Let's check the national weather picture. Standing by in the ABC Weather Center. Here is Uncle Remus.
Back together, boss.
Do the weather. Do the weather.
How was your vacation, boss?
I don't want to do any weather dumb banter. Give me the forecast.
You know,
I'm sorry. We don't have time. We interrupt this weather report to take you live to Iraq. And special correspondent Donald Duck. Donald, can you hear me? I can't understand you, Donald. I think we're having some problems with the satellite. Can you be more clear? I'm not getting it, Donald. No, still don't have you. What the duck is going on, Remus?
I can't understand a word he's saying. Anyway, you want more weather, boss?
Go ahead, hurry up.
There's a storm coming in Orlando. It looks like the weekend am shot.
The weekend am shot?
That's what I said, boss.
We'll have more news after this.
12:17 at 560 WQAM. Happy New Year from all your good friends at QAM and us too. Despite a sharp drop in homicide, Chicago's regained a title it didn't want, America's murder capital. You think that's because they got too many white people there?
That could be it.
The city finished 2003 with 599 homicides, police said yesterday. That was down from 648 a year earlier, and the first time since 1967 that the total dropped below 600. Now, Chicago, Metro Chicago, I would say, is about 5 million population. Metro Toronto is about 5 million, the GTA, just a little over 5 million. Very similar size. How many murders did Toronto have in 2003? I would say about 60 to 70.
Okay.
Chicago, 599. See the difference?
Maybe Canadians are too stupid to know how to use guns.
That must be it, yeah.
They have bad shots, bad aim.
Still, the nation, no, they're starting to learn, though. The nation's third largest city outpaced all others for the second time in 3 years. New York, with about 3 times the population, ended the year with 596. Los Angeles, which had the most murders in 2002, had just under 500 last year. Ready for that? Let's see, St. Louis logged its lowest murder total in more than 4 decades, showing that police credited to aggressive efforts to track down violent offenders. 69 killings in 2003. 69 in St. Louis. Where's the rest of the list? Baltimore, 271 last year. Is Miami on the list? Where's Miami and Fort Lauderdale? D.C. showed the homicide rate dropped 6% from 262 the previous year to only 247 last year. But 2004 began with 2 homicides in just 9 hours in D.C. No final figures were available for Detroit, but Detroit is really slipping, man. An FBI report in mid-December said the city was on a pace to end 2003 with the fewest homicides since 68. The total would be only 365, the FBI said. What a bargain, huh? Only 365. For years, Detroit was always the murder capital.
Right.
But there's no more victims around because everybody moved the hell out. What a horrible place. Don't ever go to Detroit.
I won't.
When Greg comes in and says, hey, George, because you've done such a great job when he was on vacation, I'm going to give you and Crystal and your whole family all expense-paid trip to anywhere you want in the USA. Don't say Detroit.
No. Thank you.
Don't say Chicago.
No.
Although I do like Chicago.
I like it, too.
You just have to stay downtown where it's safe. You know what I mean? Downtown where most of the people are white. Is that a racist comment? Yeah. Well, just that the suburbs tend to be like in Cicero and Homewood, places like that. A little on the dangerous side. Anyway, getting back to, it says, how to punk a metrosexual. Which words you should avoid in 2004. It goes to show they don't have too much going on there. Lake Superior State University in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Every year, they compile irritable language, and they come up with words and phrases that should be banned as overused, trite, euphemistic, or just plain inaccurate. This time, they came up with 17 words and phrases they say should be banned. The 2004 losers were chosen by a university committee from among more than 5,000 nominations from around the world. Topping the list was metrosexual.
Yeah.
Reportedly coined in 1994 by British journalist Mark Simpson,
Facts.
the term refers to urban, usually heterosexual men with a keen interest in fashion, shopping, and elaborate grooming.
Gay.
Elaborate grooming. And by the way, that whole thing, the queer eye and the straight guy and all of that stuff is such a bunch of condescending bullcrap. It's pathetic. Oh, no, it's great, Neil. No, it's not. It's garbage. And they have such a bunch of fruitcakes on there.
Oh. What do you want, straight acting gay guys?
But to Bob Forrest, one of the many like Carlos, Freaky Carlos out there would be good. He'd be a good stereotype. But to Bob Forrest, one of the many correspondents to nominate the term for banishment, it sounds like someone who only has sex downtown or on the subway, metrosexual. Another correspondent, Fred Bernardin, asked, aren't there enough words to describe men who spend too much time in front of the mirror?
Gay.
Metrosexual, an urban male who pays a great deal of attention to appearance. X as in X-Files, Extreme, Windows XP, and Xbox.
Amen.
Punked, to dupe, popularized by the MTV show Punked. I thought, what's his name, Ashton Kutcher said that all the time.
That's the one. That's the show.
Oh, he's on that show, Punked?
He be the host. But it's over.
Good. Boy, where the hell was it? One of the tabloids, there was a picture of him. He was a male model when he was a teenager, about 17.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, I couldn't believe it.
Girly-faced man.
He was pretty. He was real pretty. Companion animal. Oh, by the way, speaking of somebody that's really ugly, not that you would care. Oh, Jesus. I want to do a retraction what I said about Hayden Christensen. That kid got hit with the ugly stick. He is so ugly, he makes me look good. He's from Canada, so about 3 or 4 weeks ago before vacation, they had an interview with him here local. I guess without the makeup and all the plaster of Paris on. Man, that kid is grotesque.
So you're hating Hayden?
Ooh, man, I wouldn't touch him with your tongue. Bling or bling bling. Companion animals, also known as pets. See, I'm missing some. Place stamp here, printed on return envelopes. Companion animals, also known as pets. Bling or bling bling. Flashy jewelry. Do you ever hear that?
Oh, yeah.
LOL, email speak for laugh out loud, it says. Right. Embedded journalist, smoking gun, shock and awe, captured alive, shots rang out, ripped from the headlines, sweat like a pig. The problem is pigs don't sweat. In harm's way, handcrafted latte, and sanitary landfill, also known as a dump. That's not a bad list. Metrosexual is the winner.
Oh, yeah.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. 329 votes. I don't think we're going to make the 500, which means I'm not working tomorrow.
Okay.
329 on the poll. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? That we should have 1,000 votes already. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Oh, there's another one for the list.
WQAM.
Hey, Neil. How are you?
No-brainer's a good one. Yes, sir. Great.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
I think I have something for your poll.
Okay.
Remember, the group, they were famous at one time, but, all those 95 people that got killed inside that bar, I can't remember the name of the group, White something.
Great White.
Yeah, well, that would be good.
Great White Train.
Wasn't that that was a huge news story?
Was that last year or the year before?
No, that was this year. Or
You
last
sure?
year. Last year, I mean, I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
2003?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm positive. That's all I got.
Thanks, Pally. Have a great
Later.
year.
All right, bye.
I don't think that's, you think that was a big celebrity story? Nobody even knows who that group is.
No, they were washouts.
5670560, pound for the lead. The calls from women are pouring in here. If we don't get one this hour, I'm not doing one or two. You're doing it.
All right, I'll bet.
I'm starting to put my foot down with this crowd, man. It just frosts my fat ass. Everybody in South Florida, it's the excuse capital of the world, the excuse capital. If I had free tickets to tonight's Panther game, this afternoon's game against the Flyers, then you'd see those lines light up like crazy, and most of them would be women freeloaders. Oh, can I have the tickets? Can I have the tickets? Did I hear you say you're giving away tickets?
Yeah, don't say what they're for. You'll get twice the results.
Right. Hey, how about some free tickets, all you ladies out there? WQAM ticket line.
Can I get some Just kidding. Hey,
I'll tell you, how many do you want?
About 30, man.
No problem.
Oh, man. Hey, this Mark Garagos guy, I'm not calling to disagree with you, but, he defended that Susan McDougal, and
right.
I mean, I thought he was.
But he also defended Winona Ryder.
Right. I mean, I thought he was okay when he did that, but man, I just don't understand this Michael Jackson thing.
Doesn't he look slimy, slippery?
He does. I mean, it's just like a whole turnaround, a whole different set of stripes, so to speak. Hey, on this poll, is it celebrities or is it just great news stories or what?
No, the biggest celebrity story of 2003.
Okay. I was going to say, I thought you missed that preemptive war that we had, but that certainly wouldn't be celebrity. Infamous maybe, but not celebrity.
Right.
Okay, Happy New Year.
And the same to you.
Later.
Mark Garagos, slimeball of the year, man. He just look at him, and I guess the mustache must be part of it, but just his overall ambiance. Mm-hmm. He's going to lose the Scott Peterson case.
Yes,
He's going to lose that. He's going to lose the Michael Jackson thing.
Let's hope.
And man, you talk about making a jackass out of himself, a jacko-ass. This whole business about he was roughed up by the plane. See, the whole idea when you're guilty as hell like he is, try to turn it around, make yourself the victim.
It always works.
And let's face it, if you're accused of child molestation, isn't the first thing you do hold a big party at your house and have 300 of your best, closest friends show up?
What would you do?
And let me say it one last time, the only reason that LaToya changed her tune and Jermaine and all these other grave robbers is because they want to stay on that gravy train.
That damn faggot, I can't stand it.
Right. All of a sudden they changed their tune. They had this wonderful upbringing. Their father was great to them. That cheap drunk that beat the crap out of all. You see, we all have Alzheimer's. That must be the deal.
That's it.
Everybody forgot. All those books and all those stories about them being abused as children, and Michael's whole childhood was taken away from him, and yada yada yada. And there's Daddy right now. He don't want him and Mommy. They want to stay on that gravy train.
Mm-hmm.
Cost a lot of money for that Ripple man.
And local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
It's close to bedtime, shutting down my amusement park. I'm in my bedroom, I'm gonna go to someplace deep and dark. You try to scream, so take a look at me and you'll understand. You owe me this, and it's my turn to go to your Neverland. Your side of mine, I'm a Melissa, yeah. And you know what they say, the younger they are, the better. I'm a Melissa.
12:30. 12 what?
About 30, man.
At 560 WQAM. Curtis Stevenson for the Mad Dog at 2. The good news is the schedule's starting on Monday. I guess I came back too soon, right? Because remember, even Muff said to me, oh, you're going to be working on the 2nd? Almost nobody's going to show up on that day. As if to say, oh, if you want to take that day off, that's okay too. But not me. I don't believe in taking all that time off. So here I am. Monday, look at that. There's Mo and Geldy together again in stereo, following Joe and Mark. You got Joe Rose is still on. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the Beast, the good news is for the people that hate him like poison and think he's a real Schmidt disturber and troublemaker, he has ballooned up again. This is the spy report I got from George. The Beast has ballooned up again to like 3 times the size he was before, whenever.
Très tragique.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's his parents are killing him. That's what happens when you're a spoiled little rich brat. And your parents keep feeding you and taking you on cruises and force feeding and it's that pushing with one hand and pulling back with the other, just like my mother. Oh, why don't you lose some weight? And then she's pushing the food in front of me, and then like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Don't you like the potato pancakes? Don't you like this? And in the meantime, she's shoveling it in front of you, and in the meantime, oh, why don't you lose some weight, Nels? You know, the same crap. It's like having a death wish. The Mad Dog comes back Monday at 2, the Humper from Shula's at 4. Nothing's perfect, though. I said we got the big on it Monday. And we'll get to Monday's schedule on Monday, I guess, assuming, of course, that is I show up. I don't think there's a very good chance of that happening now.
That schedule.
What?
Didn't I fax you Mondays?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said we'll get to it on Monday. Well, am I going to start reading the schedule for next week?
What else you got to do?
I'm just looking ahead because I see the Mad Dog is back. He's been gone a long time, and the load.
So that website.
What website is that?
DeadOrLiveInfo.com is great.
Yeah.
You could spend all day there. The fascinating part is looking at all the people that you thought were dead who aren't in the alive section.
But you don't want to be doing that because you know who gets very upset when we do shows about dead people?
Absolutely.
Is Mo. He gets psychotic about that.
Too close to home?
By the way, it's going to be really interesting to see come January 16 when, well, actually it'll be a couple of days after that, when we get the breakout in the hour by hour from the fall book to see those increased morning numbers if Mo is doing it, because remember that one in the summer book, we found that Mo was doing pretty good.
Right.
Which had to be a spillback from Ferrall, I guess. See whether he had the big number in there or whether it was Farell, who, of course, long since departed. That's going to be really interesting, Mo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Let me ask you this. How many seasons has Mo been doing the Dolphin games now?
Josh.
1.
2.
Come on, Josh. How many seasons has Mo Howard David had broadcasted Dolphin games? Try again.
2.
2. Excellent. How many seasons in a row have the Dolphins missed the playoffs?
2.
Okay. Just a coincidence.
Just a little.
Now, somebody here says Chicago is twice the size. No, Chicago is not twice the size. Where do they come up? Says Mike. Where does he come up with that?
Chicago facts and figures.
Metro Toronto, the GTA, he's actually showing me here the 2001 census, but as of last year, it's over 5 million now, so it's 4.6 million here. What makes him think Chicago's got 10 million people? Where does he come up with that?
Maybe 5 facts, this other page.
What does it say? What is the Chicago metro population?
The machine's going through the machine.
The Schmidt, what did you say, the Schmidt?
I caught it. I didn't cross my
The Schmidt
wrist.
is going through the machine? Is that what you just said? Jesus Christ, I can smell it when you fax this stuff, I can smell it on the pages here, no wonder.
I was trying to say Meshuggah.
Well, let me take a look at it if it ever shows up here. I mean, sorry. And you know something, even if it is twice the size, we're talking 600 murders against 60 or 70, okay? So let's double the 60 or 70.
9 million
see what I'm
change,
saying?
it says, yeah.
What does it say?
9 million and change.
For Chicago?
See.
Okay. So almost twice the size and 10 times the murders. That sounds logical to me. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. How's the poll number coming? 347. There isn't a chance in hell that we're going to get to 500 by 2 o'clock. No chance. If everybody who's listening right now votes on the poll between now and 2 o'clock, there's no chance we'll get to 500. So I'd get some real good material assembled for Monday. And the women callers, what did I say? You're doing 1 to 2 if we have no women callers between now and 1?
All bits.
WQAM, hello.
Enough of the bush bashing.
WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
I just got back from Cuba and I was listening to your show down there on my way to the airport.
I'll be damned.
Loud and clear, man. I can't believe it.
You just got back from Cuba?
If only they got a diary.
Do they know about it in the hood where you live? Keep it a secret, man.
Yeah, my cousin listens to you down there.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
send him some Arbitron diaries. We need the help. It's the only Cubans we can get listening.
The signal is loud and clear. It's unbelievable.
So how was it there?
It was good. Pretty good, pretty good.
What do you mean it was good?
It was okay, you know. They're struggling down there, but not a lot of people are afraid to say that Castro's an asshole, but, you know. But they listen.
Well, we're not afraid to say it. Castro's an asshole. How do you like that? That's about the last thing we can still say in America is Castro's an asshole.
All right.
Well, welcome back, Pally, and have a great New Year.
All right, you too, Mama.
Feliz Año Nuevo. Let's see, 9.1 million as opposed to about 5 million. Yeah, he's right. It's almost twice the size. And let me say it again, 10 times the number of murders. Although I think Chicago is much more civilized myself than, say, Oshawa, Ontario. Any ladies calling yet, George? WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, Howard David sounds just like about as good as George did while you were gone. Like two retards.
That's a shot. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, I'm
all the crap you can unwrap.
Okay, Mo, just calm down. I don't want to see him, Mo, by the way, when I come back to town. Make an early exit, okay? Which he does anyway, because Joe Rose and they don't interact when there's the changing of the guard at 8 o'clock. I mean, Joe will not go in there. That's what the Beast told me anyway. Joe won't go in there until Mo is safely out of the room. He doesn't want to cross paths with him because he might just get a little, carried away. That's how strong. That's the depths of the feeling that exists between those two. 567-0560. We need a lady caller be in the next 23 minutes, or George is back 1 to 2, and I go to an early lunch. I can't wait. Doesn't that sound good?
No.
I think I'm going to get some potato latkes for lunch.
Let's do it.
Kind of a late Hanukkah thing. 348 votes on the poll. Pretty weak all the way around. This was kind of like a test today, you know. That's why I came back this instead of Monday. This is kind of like to test the waters to see if we have any audience left. They all went to Chicago with Farell. Probably half of them going to get shot. WQAM.
No change.
WQAM, hello.
Jumba?
Where's the lady callers, George?
I got one somewhere.
WQAM. Hello.
Hi.
All right.
I'm your female caller.
I'll be danged. You sure you're not just doing a voice?
I swear.
Okay. Well, thanks for ruining my lunch.
Oh, Neil, I just want to tell you, I'm so glad you're on the air. Love your show. Love and alternate to all the BS that's out there, and I think you're wonderful and happy.
Thanks. Have a happy. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot for getting me to work 1 to 2. No, I'm serious. I would take it off. I mean, I'm too much of a hotshot, big paid, used to be big talent to be sitting here talking to myself for 4 hours. 3 hours is enough. In fact, I think 3 hours is enough, period, don't you?
For any show.
Right. Let's see, Joe Rose is on 2 hours, Mo is on 3, Joe and Mark are on 3, the Humper is on 3, still making the same money at the load that he was making when he was working 4. Eddie K is on whenever the hell the ball game is over. Like tonight, he's on midnight till 2 in the morning, 2 hours. How come this show is the only one that's on 4? Mad Dog's on for only a pair. How come we're on 4 freaking hours? Ferrall, when he was with us, he was on 2 freaking hours. 4 hours. I think a half hour would be great. Can you imagine how they'd be just all dive into the dial? Half hour, like 10:30 to 11 every morning. It'd be like a happening.
Right. Concentrated.
Don't say concentrate.
Oh.
350 votes. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Arnold the Gropinator elected governor of California, 110. Rush Limbaugh's drug addiction, 99. Michael Jackson arrested, 65. There's Bubba. Did I just see Bubba, or is that somebody else's head? I thought I saw Bubba there in Iowa. Maybe he's running again. He gets my vote. Kobe Bryant case 41. Martha Stewart insider trading 14. Madonna and Britney's TV kiss 6. Let me say it again. Keep in mind Dennis Rodman. Okay, every time you see that, just keep that in mind. Oh, talk about tainted, man.
Foul.
Paris Hilton sex tape 5. Roy Horn mauled by Tiger 4. Ben and J-Lo wedding only 3. Nobody cares about them. We just want them to go away. Strom Thurmond's love child got 3. And Rosie O'Donnell, speaking of go away, has got 1 with her lawsuit. 352. WQAM.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with Neil, please.
Where you calling from?
Miami.
Let's go to Miami. Hello.
Yeah, George is a big faggot.
Okay, thanks. 20 till 1. I guess you're out, George.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. UAM.
It's Steve in Miami town. At 560 WQAM.
It's the wonderful world of science with Professor Mo.
Hello there, boys and girls. Today, we're going to learn about an invisible substance, and it ain't got nothing to do with fluids and juices, so you don't have to worry about it. As a matter of fact, it's a night. That's right, boys and girls. It's a noble gas, named for Ray Noble and his orchestra. Now, to demonstrate,
Hiya, Mo.
Why, Geldy, what a surprise. Pray tell. What brings you here?
I want to learn about gas.
It's a noble gas, you moron. Now here, hold this tube. Not the one in my pants. Now look at what you got, Henderson.
Sorry.
You ruined my whole day. Why, you're...
Listen, that sound.
Oh, yeah. That's noble gas. Now get out of here, you little pitcher, before
Wait a minute, Mo, I got something for you.
Well, what do you got there?
A bag of potatoes.
Potatoes? For what?
You can make a battery out of a potato.
A battery out of a potato, huh?
Yeah. Now pull down your checkered pants.
Ah, no, you don't. What do you think? I'm some kind of maroon?
Come on, Mo, you need a conductor.
All right. There. Now, what are you...
Not working yet.
How'd that make it work? By putting it up my ass?
Up the butt. Up the butt. Up the butt. Up the butt.
1244. They must be counting Springfield, Illinois, and DeKalb and everybody else in Illinois and that Chicago population, because I just looked at one thing. The city population, not the greater metro area.
Yeah.
City in the the 2000 census, 2.896 million Chicago. Toronto, 2.481 million. Does that sound like twice the size? So no. I think when they talk about Chicago metro area, they're kind of like Cleveland and Indianapolis and Vegas.
And Illinois.
The whole state of Illinois. Detroit. East Lansing. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM, Happy New Year. Hello? QAM, going once.
Hey, Dale.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Great. Yeah. Okay, either a crappy phone or just retarded or both, as the case may be. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM.
Candy cane.
WQAM, hello.
This bush stuff is boring.
Okay, and so are you, man. Nothing in the world can be more boring than you, okay? But we're delighted, we're ecstatic to know that you're still glued to that radio, man. You got it stuffed deep inside your
rectum
ass. WQAM, hello.
George is a faggot.
Okay, thank you. A lot of reports about you. What did you do while I was gone?
Nothing.
Who did you do? Did you hop on Miguel or something?
Yeah, you wish.
Try to molest Josh in there? WQAM, hello.
Thank God for George W. Bush.
All right. There's a great call. Thank God for George W. Bush.
He told you.
Right. Praise him like Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
That's my favorite line in that song. Boy, do I love that. Praise him like Jesus. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Happy, healthy New Year to you and George and everybody there.
And the same to you.
Second of all, wouldn't one of the largest stories be the lack of coyotes by the Democratic Party to stand up to George Bush?
So let me say it again. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Is that a celebrity story?
Let me ask you a question now. Aren't all these Democratic candidates, or most of the Democratic candidates, acting like celebrities looking for sound bites?
No, sir. Talk about a stretch, man. Even I have never tried to stretch it that far. Wow. You see, this is the problem when you're dealing with these people who want to make everything political. It's the light bulb crowd again. Remember I was talking to you about that before the show today?
Yeah.
The light bulb crowd, the people who were listening to Matt Fudge and sending you all of those spy reports about Miss Fudge said this and Miss Fudge said that, and he's still Fudge packing, and the yada yada yada, and Neil has a 24-hour nursemaid, and all this other silly crap that he just makes up as he goes along. And like I said, the fact that he's got a colostomy bag is not something we want to talk about. The fact that he just makes a bunch of crap up on there and he's a pawn of the right wing and a mindless, self-hating faggot, we don't want to talk about that on this show. So we won't. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. And guess what? If we have a .3 in the next book, Matt, I'll still be here and still be talking about your ugly ass, okay? Because I have spy reports from Bob Kuntz. WQAM.
Neil.
Hello, talk line. Yes, sir.
Hey, my buddy just called. Says you guys been talking about Farell possibly coming back.
Oh, yeah, right. Your buddy needs a lobotomy.
He's not?
No, he's not coming back. He's in Chicago. He's not coming back.
Damn it. I'll tell Paul Harvey you said hello then.
Okay. 567-0560, pound 560. See, I don't understand the whole Ferrall thing, man. You know what I mean? I don't know whether it's that much of an impact or not. Time will tell. Mm-hmm. Time will tell. It's hard to say. But certainly in those numbers, man, if he was doing a great lead-in for us, it sure as hell didn't show up, Scott. Don't take it personal, but it sure as hell didn't show up. Your people sure as hell didn't support us. They just turned on us and stabbed us with a dagger. Of course, that was mostly your people. It was mostly the Cubans.
Sorry.
I should go in the other room and get that. I think I hit him under something.
Mattress?
That's how bad they were for that 1 month in November. But in the meantime, like I said, Ron and Paul took it straight up the old rectum. So what does that tell you? What does that say? Do your people listen to Zeta? No way. QBA up 3 points in the month of November. The Spanish language stations in the market up 3 points, which means that we didn't have a Chinaman's chance.
No, they all got diaries this time.
567-0560, pound 560. Don't forget, Rush is on right now. You don't want to miss Rush. He's doing it. He's popping them. WQAM, hello.
Do you like it up your ass in your mouth?
WQAM, hello. QAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy. Glad to talk to you. Happy holidays. George was awesome.
Same to you.
I bought a Chopper Command, George.
All right. Lucky you.
Yeah, you did that to me. Anyway, Neil, everything you say about Bush is so right, and it's so much deeper than even anybody has a clue out there. There's a book called The Illuminati Bloodline, and it talks about, all these right-wing power people from the beginning of history. And I don't know if you've ever heard about the Illuminati Bloodline, but...
Oh, God.
It's just, anyway, Bush is just, he's just the worst. I mean, a babbling idiot. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to wish you guys a good, happy holiday, George. I love you. Neil, love you too, man. Thanks
okay, have a great life, pal. Good luck to you. I'll see you at the border. 567, look out for those Illuminati and the Bilderbergers, too, and especially the butt burgers.
And the Trilateral Commission.
Right. And the Battenbergs, too. Oh, did you see about the Queen's, Princess Anne's dog?
No.
You didn't see about that?
Sorry, missed that somehow.
That was the lead story 1 hour on the prestigious BBC when I was over there across the pond. And I'm telling you, they ought to hang their head in shame to show you what a bunch of silly twits are the Brits who give me the schmitz. The lead story was that Princess Anne's dog, her bull terrier, attacked one of the Queen's favorite corgis and did so much damage the dog had to be destroyed. That was the lead story. And then the other day, on the heels of this, Princess Anne's dog, the same one, bit one of the maids. You ready for that?
All right.
That's what the Brits are worried about. They really are. They're pathetic. They're beyond pathetic. There's no word for it. The silliest people on the face of the earth are the Brits. I know we have a few in our listening audience, and good luck to you. That's all I can tell you. I'm glad you got out. Simpletons. They're genetically challenged. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hey, someone need to go kill all those niggers.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I'm sure you hit it too.
We all
had your thumb on it. Like I said, the feeling, it doesn't make any difference whether it's New Year's, whether it's the 4th of July, whether it's my birthday, whether it's my 400th anniversary on the year in town. No matter what it is, you can feel the love just coming through that phone, can't you? Whether I'm sitting in Miami, whether I'm in TO, whether I'm in Amsterdam, you feel that love. You can smell it.
The smell of love.
WQAM, hello.
Yes, I'm speaking to Neil.
Speaking.
No.
Wow.
Speaking.
It's not Neil.
It looks like me.
For real?
For real. Is real. Get a better phone, honey.
Wow.
What a cackling idiot. 5670560, pound 560. Why do I make the same mistakes over and over again? We already had our one lady caller. It's going to make me do 1 to 2. Okay, that's enough.
Our quota.
Let's not overdo it, okay? Otherwise we'll get that bimbo that calls all the time, the real simpleton who wants to talk about Bush and politics. She wouldn't know a Bush if she had one, which I don't think she does. God. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Not bad. Neil?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Still pretty good.
Neil? Am I speaking to Neil?
No.
No, you're talking to Jorge.
Jorge? Hey, what's happening? You got the bong full?
Let me ask you a question.
Hiya, Pally.
How you doing? Oh, that's that asshole again. It's Dave Friedman. 5670560. Boy, you talk about some people that really, really, and it's good. This show does a service. It's like beneath the surface. Nobody will ever see it. All the experts, when the final chapter is written on this show and the 80 years it's been on the air in this town, nobody will ever really see that. But under the surface, that's the most important service that we provide.
Right.
It's a service under the surface. And that is for all these psychos out there in South Florida. Believe me, there are many, 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 many. Every hour we got
about 30, man.
At least keeping them off the streets, keeping them away from your hood, keeping them away from your door stoop. God, do we do a job. WQAM, line 9, nobody there. QAM, hello, Happy New Year.
Let's go, Islanders.
Yeah, nice attendance, by the way, for your games, you phony bastard. Man, all of a sudden they win a few games, they get hot. Now we got Islander fans, right? Who the hell are you kidding? By the way, we got hockey today. I know George is very excited about that. We got the Panthers and the Philly Flyers at 5. Pregame starts at 3:30. I have no idea why. How could we possibly have an hour and a half pregame on a hockey game? What is it? Seriously, what is the deal with that? Did you ever hear of such a thing? It's one thing when we got the Dolphin pregame for 85 hours because we stick a lot of spots in there. Anybody want to buy the Panther games? No. Geldy on game night, 3:30 to 4:30. The Panther preview, 4:30 to 5. And the Panthers and the Flyers, 5 to 8 at the Mac Arena, followed by the Fiesta Bowl and Eddie K and that stuff. Boy, it sure don't seem like Friday to me, does it?
No.
I mean, I know it is, but it just, I can't deal with it. You think we're going to make 500 by 2 o'clock? No. 381. We need 119 votes on that poll, which means that if everybody who's listening right now would vote twice, we might have a shot. Like Jimmy Johnson would say, we'd have a shot. 381. It's a good question. Is it because it's a bad poll question? No. Is it because there's nobody listening? Yes. Got a lot of work to do, George. Even though you did that phenomenal job, you sure left me with a deep, deep hole to climb out of. Even Saddam never climbed out of a spider hole like this. And then, of course, Ferrall, he turned around and stabbed us in the back. He didn't even know it. He didn't even know he was doing it. Turned around and just shoved it right through our hearts. By the way, I hear a rumor he's coming back. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going, man?
Yes, sir, great.
All right, man. Happy New Year to you, buddy.
And the same to you, Pally. Thanks for your great call. 1257 at 560. I hear rumor he's,
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Celia Cruz and I am dead now, but I remember when I was alive. I will live to live with it.
She was a community icon in a community that needs an icon. As far as I can tell, she was the fantastic, iconoclastic Celia Cruz. Angry Julio Records presents the dulcet, mellifluous sounds of Celia Cruz. She's dead, you know.
Oh, she was so beautiful.
Alien, he's not a boy. If I were Gary Clark and Garden, and you were Slim Shady, with Alien, he's a name of our baby.
Celia Cruz, Smooth salsa tunes for use. Available now at Batista's used CD Emporium.
Our most beloved drag queen died in 2003, Celia Cruz. She's passed away. And, of course, the South Florida Hispanic community, the Cuban, they're pissed off because of your lack of respect for Celia Cruz.
Sorry.
Shame on yous, man.
I will not give it to her.
For dissing Celia Cruz. Now, this fax you just sent me, who the hell is Berkeley? Who was that?
New AE. You met her once.
I met her?
Her?
Well, sure doesn't ring any bells with me. But the answer is sure. No problem, Berkeley, whoever you are. We will do anything. We have no credibility on the station no more. We have no spots. We have no audience. We have no votes on the poll. We got nothing, Greg. And by the way, Greg, here's my message for you for 2004. Fugue you, man. Yeah. 300, we can't even get to 400. Forget about 500 votes on here. What have you left me, George?
Nothing.
I love these people are calling, oh, George did a fabulous job, you son of a bitch. How come you even bothered coming back? And then I can't even get like 50 votes on the poll. What is your story, man? Maybe you just take bad poll. You had over 1,000 on that one.
Yeah, that was the one.
About politics is so exciting and important and very important. I mean, that important on a talk show? It's important. Those people who voted that's important, those people need to be rounded up and given mental help. Like we're really changing the world on this show, man, or any show. 386 votes, and we're jonesing for 500 here by, it doesn't look too good for Monday, man. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to be a lady caller and say hi and Happy New Year.
Well, the same to you.
I am a lady caller. It's not like I wanted to be. I am one. Thank you.
And thanks for the memories.
Yeah, thanks for all that stuff.
Okay.
All
have a great
these
weekend.
things.
All of these things. Thank
All
you.
of these things.
Say goodbye.
Okay.
Bye. She was very nice, right?
Yeah, she was.
She was a nice person. Let's hear it. We just talked to a nice lady. It's about stinking time, man. I mean, I realize it's boring if everybody's too nice, but it would be nice, a little more, a better balance in South Florida. That's the problem. There's an imbalance, man. There's a freaking imbalance. Too many Looney Tunes, too many unhappy people, too many scumbags. Too much of that scum. Oh, by the way, poll, overwhelming support for fags in the military. I should mention that. Did you have this story on?
Did I? Sounds familiar. We had one such story. I don't know if it's the one.
No, it's not. A new poll measuring Americans' attitude toward gays in the military reveals significant support for allowing lesbians and gay men to serve openly. 79% of the 1,004 adults surveyed said they believe people who are openly gay should be allowed to serve. 79%. The CNN USA Today Gallup poll conducted December 5th through the 7th found that 91% of people aged 18 to 29 were supportive of allowing gays to serve openly, as were 85% of all women and 73% of all men. 91% of people aged 18 to 29 say yes. How do you like that?
I like it.
Approximately 10,000 gay and lesbian service members have been discharged under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy since its inception in 1993. Well, how do you like that? Pretty amazing. 91%, and yet at the same time, it's the young males out there who are the most of the bushlickers. They like their bush. In fact, 60% of all males in the latest polls, I was reading this on the internet yesterday, 60% plus are bush people, only 29% against bush. White males. That's where the problem lies. White males. So come November, all you white males out there, guess what? Most of you are going to be turned back and sent back home when you try to vote.
Right, roadblocks.
That's right. And for every dark person that goes out there and vote, we're going to make sure they get 2 ballots just to make up for 2,000.
Just to ballot it out.
We got 400 yet? Like I said, if we don't get 400 votes on this poll, 390. If we don't get 400, George is working on Monday. In fact, George is working all next week if we don't get 400. 567-0560. So what day is Ferrall coming back? I'm hearing rumors, man. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about that. Here's line 9, our favorite, QAM.
Hey, Neil, what's up? I would, first off, I want to tell, George gave us a website on Wednesday where you go to Google and you go to that, miserable loser or whatever it is, and it puts up George Bush's, resume or whatever. I want to think that. But hey, I was wondering, do you know about that website called, misleader.org?
Yeah, I talked about it before my vacation, yeah. That's part of the, that new, what the hell's the group that's doing MoveOn.org?
Yeah.
Part of that.
Yeah, awesome place.
It's great.
You can, I don't know if you knew this, but you can actually set it up so it actually just sends you a date when they get a new one. It sends it to your email.
Excellent.
And so if you didn't know it, I was going to let you know. Thanks, man.
Thank you, and have a great New Year.
You too.
See, I told you we get good calls on line 9. Didn't I tell you that just moments ago? And you said, no, you don't, Neil. I just told you that. 5670560, pound 560. Do you ever smell a Dutchman?
No, I can't say that I have.
Don't. God.
Right?
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's Christmas, because this is the second year in a row I made the same mistake, and I blame nobody but myself for being a moron. Going there in December. You don't go there in December. The weather sucks. It rains all the goddamn time. It's dreary, colder than crap, windy, and there's no tourists there. And how many times have I told you, if there aren't an enormous number of tourists there, you don't want to be there because there's nothing left but the Dutch. Feh. To them, to their food, to their whole concept of what life... I mean, the government is great, but the wrong people are there. It's kind of like South Florida. The climate is great. The ambiance is fine. It's the people that need a transplant. There's nothing wrong with South Florida that a people transplant wouldn't care. I've been telling you that for many years. Right? That's right. That's what we need is a frickin' people transplant. Get a few people under the age of 100. Get some of those broad-minded 18 to 29-year-olds. Some of them might look pretty good and be pretty cooperative, too, George.
Right, from the left coast.
There you go. Yeah, from the left coast. That's right. The left freaking coast. What a great job these right-wing assholes have done of making the word liberal a dirty word. Oh, you're a liberal. Ooh. Oh. It's like when Paul Martin got sworn in as prime minister here in Canada about 3 weeks ago, and on CNN the headlines on the bottom of the screen, Canada swears in pro-U.S. Prime Minister. Oh, man. What a freaking joke. I want to correct a bad, I made 1,000 mistakes every show, but one that I made several times.
Yeah.
Because I saw it from the BBC and they know a little bit more than I do. I always say that fewer than 25% of Americans have passports. Well, that is correct, but come to find out it's fewer than 10%.
Okay.
Fewer than 10% of Americans have passports, which means they ain't going nowhere. They're not seeing the rest of the world. They don't know from nothing. All they know is the propaganda they get from watching, whatever the latest bullcrap show is on. And those shows have got to stop. If those shows don't freaking stop, you know the ones I'm talking about?
No, which ones are you talking about?
All these superstar, instant, American Idol, British Idol, Eric Idol. They got to stop. Enough of this crap. All these marginal human beings with no talent. God. Everything goes in cycles, man, and just, if something is a hit, all of a sudden we got 7,000 shows, just inundating us with the same crap. Oh, but it's a reality show. Right. Sure it is. What am I getting excited again about? 5670560. There's not enough people listening right now for me to get excited about it. It's not worth it.
Don't go breaking a sweat now.
Okay. Although my left armpit smells pretty rank. I did bring home some pho. That's about the only good thing. Like I've told you, no. They make great soap and deodorant in Amsterdam. If they could only just start using it, would be great. Like the French. The French are famous for perfume. If they would just use a little bit, we could all get along. 403 votes. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Arnold, the Gropenführer. Elected governor of California, 121. Rush Limbaugh, drug addiction, 118. There's a battle for you, man. Neck and neck, nose to nose. Michael Jackson arrested, 72. Kobe Bryant rape case, 45. Martha Stewart's insider trading, 15. Paris Hilton sex tape, 8. Strom Thurmond's love child, 8. Madonna and Britney's TV kiss, 7. Roy Horn mauled by the tiger in Vegas, 4. Ben and J-Lo wedding has still got only 3. We don't want to know from them, okay? Even Rosie got another vote. Rosie O'Donnell lawsuit's got a pair out of 403. I think you're safe. We beat 400. What?
Nothing.
Hey, they're just getting warmed up to you, man. They love you. All the calls, we only had a couple of those Maricone calls. That's from your people today. Those, homophobic Cubans. That's all they know, man. What is with you Cubans? Are you ever going to grow up?
No.
Are you ever going to learn?
No.
Jesus Christ. Just because most of you are closet queens.
Self-hating.
Drilling all them holes in the glory holes at Westland. Jesus Christ. You're not kidding anybody, man. Anything that moves, they'll hop on it. They'll grab it, they'll squeeze it, they'll twist it, they'll lick it.
Hey, anything that's motionless, too.
Yeah, especially that can't fight back. Like Celia Cruz. God, can you imagine? If they put Celia Cruz's body in the middle, like on Southwest 8th Street, on a big pyre, just burn that bitch. Oh, that's bad. See, that was terrible. You can't say that.
Don't
You're going to
say
piss
that.
off Miguel's family again. Man, if she didn't have the worst monkey face I've ever seen in my life. But you're the one that said that.
I said gorilla.
Wait till you hear this piece of copy. I got one live spot the whole day today because I guess nobody. We're just faking it today, and this is the only show that'll tell you like it is. We're not really here. It's on tape. It's all make believe. And the piece of copy I got here, maybe either Steve Wolf or Troy Stratford, or the two of them both are doing magic mushrooms. I brought some back for them from Amsterdam, but I don't think they got them yet. You ought to see all the different places, the magic mushroom joints, and herb. Yeah. And seed places like that.
Rub it in, just rub it.
No, listen, I'm not saying that it was great. You don't want to go there, believe you me. You don't want to go to that place. Now, especially not in December.
Sure,
maybe like in the middle of June would be good. Anyway, it says here in this copy, I'm going to read it exactly the way it's written, okay? Steve Wolf, what is wrong with you, man? It says, it doesn't matter if I'm in Toronto visiting Michael Jackson at Neverland or at my home in South Florida. I will be at Pompano Park this Monday night, January the 5th, because it's free spaghetti dinner night. Am I going to be there?
No.
But I will be there because it's free spaghetti dinner night. There's no better deal in all of South Florida. All you have to do is buy a Pompano Park program for this Monday, January 5th, and you'll get a coupon good for a free spaghetti dinner at the 4th floor players' room. Dinner includes rolls and butter, salad, a heaping plate of pasta and marinara sauce that can't be beat with a stick. Located just a half mile from both I-95 and the Florida Turnpike, Pompano Park's easy to get to. And best of all, Pompano Park features free admission and free general parking every single day. Live harness racing in the poker room open every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday like tonight and Saturday. Poker starts at noon to midnight, and live racing gets underway 7:05 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 5 nights a week. Count 'em. Every Monday night there's 2 for $25 dinner special on the top of the park restaurant. Every Wednesday night the track is $1 night for draft beer, hot dogs, sodas, and lots more. And every Thursday night it's ladies' night, 2 for 1 drink specials just for the ladies. Also every night at the 4th floor players' room there's the $7.95 plated dinner special. Pompano Park is also open every day, 7 days and nights a week for simulcasting, featuring the best in harness, thoroughbred, and highlight action from all across North America for you to watch and plunge your lungs on. Don't forget the next free spaghetti dinner at Pompano Park this coming Monday night. Be there. Pompano Park, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For the current racing schedule, go on the web at pompanopark.com or call them at 954-972-2000. Happy New Year to all our friends at and from Pompano Park.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
On the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil Goff.
Look, it's Clarence. What do you want?
Why are you wearing a dress?
I'm gonna cross-talk with Neil. Why? You don't like it?
That's not what cross-talk means.
Hey, if that's what Neil wants, hey, you know, these nylons make my legs tingly. They hug me, they hold me, they never let me down.
I came in here to tell you specifically to talk more sport.
I talked about it. What? What else can you say, dude? I mean, there's more to life than pretending you know sports personally. That in reality wouldn't give you the sweat under their balls.
More to life than sports? Like what?
Like getting laid? What a homo. You mean you never got laid? Are you serious?
None of your business, honey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sports! Sports!
Stop it! Beat my meat to athlete, because sports just makes me swoon. But when I'm around girls, I just don't know what to do. I'm a sports whole virgin. Sports! I like to look at sweaty men. It makes my baby BB balls loose. And when they huddle, it gives me a rush to see those buns so round and smooth. That's why I'm a sport hole virgin. I like to play with my bobblehead doll.
Thank you. Will you get abroad? You know what you are? You're a goddamn faggot.
Don't
like
say it.
Well, this is wonderful.
160, and I'm hearing a lot of rumors about Ferrall. Aren't you?
Oh, yeah, all over the place.
All of them from me. Kansas State quarterback ELL, what kind of a name is that? L. Roberson was accused yesterday of sexually assaulting a woman at the team hotel. His status for the Fiesta Bowl tonight may not be determined until game time.
Oh, my God.
Kansas State Sports Information Director Gary Bowman said Coach Bill Snyder will meet with Athletic Director Tom Weiser and School President John Wayfield last night. Oh, they were going to meet. But said a decision likely won't be made till late today. Games, what time is it? 8 o'clock tonight. The Fiesta Bowl. You're going to be glued to that? Kansas State and Ohio State, the Buckeyes.
Oh, yes.
5670560. Lots of rumors about Farell coming back. That's what I'm hearing in the new year. 415 votes. We got about as much chance of making 500 votes by 2 o'clock on this poll as Farell coming back. 419, no chance. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hey, I hope it's a cock and cocker spaniel.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I wish Ferrall would come back, but I know you're just joking. But how about a Ferrall keychain? Water
It sounds like a winner to me. I like
Water
it.
pipes.
I mean, I need something, to keep him around, man, because I love that voice.
Okay, we'll work on it. Sounds like a winner to me. It sure go over better than that Mo Howard David keychain. That went over like, although we shouldn't knock it.
No, they're selling.
He was very nice to us on that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mighty white.
Well, not really all so nice, and we didn't need his permission anyway. But of course, Muff is a pansy, so that's the reason we had to ask Mo for his permission to do the keychain. And he said, well, he liked the charity and all this other crap, So we don't want to knock it too much, but the fact of the matter is we'd have made a lot more money with a Farell keychain. Make no mistake about it. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Even he knows that. But we screwed up. 5670560, pound 560. So in other words, you must hang around in different circles than the Beast and Miguel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
Because Josh can verify this. They were telling me they were lamenting the fact that we have no audience anymore because since Farell got canned, everywhere they go, that's all they hear, that's the word on the street, is the QM audience has rebelled. And they will not come back until Farell comes back.
I guess I'm just not getting to those places.
You're just not hanging out in the right joints, man. That's the problem. Too much time out there on the street corner up by the sub-center. I know what you're doing over there.
Water pipe.
WQM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
What is it?
Oh, it's him again.
Yeah.
That's what it is. A freak. WQM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
On that Michael Jackson special, you think they're going to blur out his face like they did last time, visually enhance his face?
To make him a little more black?
To make him look a little more normal, I guess.
Only time will tell, and you'll be the one watching, pal, not me. Am I going to be watching it? No. If you paid me like by the second, I wouldn't watch that crap. CBS, you ought to have tears running out of those CBS eyes. Man, what a bunch of whores. Just unbelievable. The worst whores, even Kathy Willits would be embarrassed. Putting that crap on there, Michael Jackson's #1 hits on tonight on CBS, which they postponed from November. And, of course, what a long wait, right?
Yeah.
Till January the 2nd. What a bunch of assholes you people at CBS are. 5670560. How about we can have R. Kelly special on right afterward? Doesn't that sound good?
Sure, why not?
And then we can follow that up with a Lakers basketball game.
And a nice Catholic mass.
WQAM, hello.
Sure, why not?
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
What you're saying about Celia Cruz, that affects the community. And George, you need to stand up for your people. Let me talk and go
I
hang
am.
up.
For all the Cubans with good taste who think that she sucks.
Why are you ripping her, Neil, on the air?
Because she sucked, man. Because she's a joke.
Why? You tell me.
Because she couldn't sing her way out of a paper
She's not
sack.
from your country. Who's from your country? That's great, sir. I don't
From what
call the station.
country?
America?
From what country?
George,
how about,
stand up
how
for
about
your
Elvis
people.
freaking Presley's from my country, man?
I like Desi Arnaz.
Yeah.
George,
he could
you stand
sing,
up for
he
your
could
people.
play.
Sit down. Go sit down. Go up in the back of the room. Put on a dunce cap and sit down. Phony, fake, hysterical call. Stand up for your people. 567. By the way, pal, why don't you stand up straight instead of bending over all the time? 5670560, pound 560
Rectum.
on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. See, they're trying. They're doing their best to do their duty. She's a monkey-faced, ugly, dead bitch. That's the bottom line with Celia Cruz. That was probably Miguel's boyfriend on the phone.
A scary, caterwauling
bitch.
Yeah. I heard she was very nice, actually.
Oh, a nice
but
bitch.
nevertheless.
Yeah. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year. I was just calling to wish you guys Happy New Year and to say
Well, thank
that
you
I
so
enjoy
much.
your show whenever I listen to it, okay?
Okay.
Good.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
That was nice. And see, we got a couple nice ladies on there. 2 or 3. They're out there. Few and far between, man. How many votes we got? I'm not going to read the result because it's getting ponderous. 430. 400 and...
About 30, man.
We got no chance for 500 by 2 o'clock. So it's a damn good thing for you that I, lowered the bar.
Yeah.
The sports bar.
Low bar.
WQAM. Happy New Year.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
good to have you back, buddy.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot better than having old gay-ass George on there.
Okay, same old tired crap. Your people, man, they hate you. What is that? What, they're obsessed with you.
That one guy.
What do you mean that one guy?
He's called 3 times.
Oh, we've had a whole bunch of Cubans calling in today. All they know, in fact, they're off of me now. They're on your ass. All of a sudden, now you're a faggot. That's all they know. You're a faggot.
Wish.
Maricon, bugaron, babas. Yeah, maybe they're trying to make a date. That must be it.
That's it.
Man. Los Cubanos Muertos.
Like Celia?
No, that's a new rock group. WQAM.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I'd like to talk to Neil, please.
I beg your pardon?
Can I talk to Neil, please?
Maybe. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Miami Lakes in Florida.
Miami Lakes?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Neil, I want to talk to George if it's possible. I want to support the guys that stand up for Celia Cruz. He's a freaking Cuban just like you, man. What's going on?
You see what I mean?
So when he thought he was
what have I
talking to
always
me.
told you? What have I always said to you?
Yeah.
And that is that ordinarily, no matter what the hell is going on in the world, we could be dropping nuclear weapons on Japan again, and there would be no calls from the Cuban community. But if it's either Alien or Celia Cruz, all of a sudden, the same old tired crap again, just like in Miguel, man. Yeah, same old stuff. Right. Boy, talk about freaking one-dimensional. Just like the old Jews with Israel and Jew Lieberman. WQAM.
QAM.
George, stand up for Montana. You're people, George.
That's right. There you go.
I didn't know you were a Joe Montana fan.
Jimmy
Of course,
Buffett.
he played for San Francisco. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Rolling along, singing a song, killing a little time here day after New Year. WQAM.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Go to Molly Ivan's column in the Fort Worth Star-Telegram today because they're talking about the thing you talk about, how Cheney was cozying up to some things until the year 2000, just for the year 2000. So
That is correct. That's right. Halliburton was doing business with him. He was this horrible dictator butcher, but in the meantime, they were doing business with him.
$75 million worth of business. Put it on your website. The
Okay,
truth.
we've had it on there, but we'll do it again. Thank you, sir. Get a new phone.
Esa negrita que
All
va
right.
caminando, esa negrita tiene su tumbao. Y cuando la gente la va mirando, ella baila de lado, bien apretado, apretado, apretado. La negra tiene tumbao. Azúcar, azúcar.
Sweet. 567-0560. I mean, Celia Cruz dies and you're making fun of her. I think that is such bad taste, although I enjoy it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. 432 votes on that poll. They're pouring in by the ones, man. Just like the attendance at the Panther games. There'll be a big crowd today. There'll be like 15,000 Flyer fans this afternoon. Now, is that game tomorrow? Is that a home game? Do we know, Josh, or not? I hate to put the pressure on you. They're playing Columbus. It would be unusual to have a Friday and Saturday game back-to-back at home.
I'm not sure.
They're playing the Blue Jackets with their new coach because Doug McClain fired himself as coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets without even saying any four-letter words.
Oh, speaking of something like that.
Yeah.
Sports, I asked about that Panthers preview thing.
And
it's a special feature that we're doing a couple times a year during the hockey season.
A special feature?
Right.
What is that all about?
It's a special feature.
So in other words, Geldy's going to bring us hockey information
up the butt.
Up the butt.
Right on.
Is what he's saying.
Up the butt.
Yeah.
In depth.
Wow.
In depth.
Well, that's a good way. So in other words, this was a write-off this day. No wonder we have no spots. And they told me don't even bother coming in today if you don't want to, like it's optional. I should have said, okay, fine. Sounds good to me. But no, not me. Not being the gluton for punishment that I am. I'm enjoying it, actually. We had a pretty good show today. No, we had a good show today.
I mean, 4 hours.
Huh? 430-some votes there. 434, man. That's not bad. We'll do about 450. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? That's on NeilRogers.com. Hop on it, baby. Hop on it, or we're going to play Celia Cruz records all week next week if you don't cut it out.
Hey, we got the whole best of hits here.
And look at that. Rush Limbaugh just moved into first place. He passed the Gropinator.
All right.
Rush Limbaugh, drug addiction, 133.
I voted for that.
Arnold, the Gropinator, elected governor of California, 127. Michael Jackson arrested. I voted for that, 77. Kobe Bryant, rape case, 47. Martha Stewart's insider trading, 15. Insider training bra. Paris Hilton sex tape, 9. Strom Thurmond's Love Child, 9. By the way, speaking of Love Child, that Beyonce Knowles, man, I'm so sick and tired of seeing that bitch. Jesus Christ. That bed in Beyonce place. I'm so sick of it. Aren't you tired of her already?
No, she needs to get nakeder.
Oh. She sure as hell can't sing, though, I'll tell you that. I mean, Britney can't sing, but at least she looks pretty good, although she did kiss Madonna, who kissed Dennis Rodman. He did other things. Oh, God, can you imagine? Oh, I don't want to think about it. Yeah, gross. Strom Thurmond's Love Child, 9. Madonna and Britney TV kiss. Speaking of that, 7. She had her tongue down to her uvula. Roy Horn mauled by Tiger, 5.
Roy!
Ben and J-Lo wedding still. I love these last two, man. At least they're consistent today. They don't want to know from them ever again. 2 stories. Ben and J-Lo weddings only got 3, and Fat Bull Dyke Rosie O'Donnell and her lawsuit and all her song and dance has only got a small pair.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Elton John hasn't been able to get out of the studio. He's back there again with his They're Dropping Like Flies album, a tribute to John Denver. You'll hear that classic, I'm Dying in a Prop Plane. Goodbye, Rocky Mountain Road.
Hello, this is Elton John, and I'll be in the studio to record other tribute records.
That's right, look for Goodbye FDR and A Candle in the Kremlin, a tribute to Joseph Stalin. Elton John's tribute album, They're Dropping Like Flies, on sale now.
He is the best. You see, I'm sticking up for my people.
Who? The fags?
I'm sticking up for my people. That's what I just said. Elton John. You getting with it? You guess what? We're going to go for the 500.
All right.
No, see, we got 446. We got a half an hour, and we got 446 votes on the poll. We can make 500 before the end of this show.
All right.
And the threat being that if we don't make the 500 by 2 o'clock, by the time the little hand hits the big hand, George is on again all next week. What's not to like?
George.
I got, 3 weeks more vacation before October. I better start taking them real soon, like next week. 446. What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? 449. 51 votes in 29 minutes. That's like only less than 2 a minute. That's child's play. If we have anybody listening, we ought to be able to do that, like rolling out of bed, like turning off a Celia Cruz record on the radio. 5, 6, how did we regurgitate her all over again? How did we dredge her up? I guess because she died last year. Why the hell not? Let's dig her up, prop her up again. You have to stick up for your people. Yeah. And I agree with you. Babalu, Desi Arnaz sure as hell. I mean, ask the average schmuck on the street out there in middle America, like in Des Moines, Iowa. Who do you like better, Celia Cruz or Desi Arnaz? Remember I Love Lucy, Desi?
Sure. Look, he was funny. He could act, comic
He was a
actor.
great businessman.
Right, great producer.
Babalu.
Musician, right.
He couldn't sing for crap, at least that's one thing they had in common. At least he was at least we knew what gender he was.
He sang better than Celia.
At least we knew what gender he was, as opposed to Celia. Although I will say, I think she had a larger penis. WQM, Happy New Year.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Why are you ripping Celia Cruz, man?
Because we can't stand Celia Cruz, man.
Celia Cruz was a beautiful person.
Yeah.
On the inside.
On the inside only.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I met her once. She was beautiful.
You met him once. All right. Excellent job, Pally.
3.5 hours to get to that.
I met him once. Oh, God. Probably at the tea room at J.C. Penney's in Westland. Can you imagine you're looking through one of the glory holes at J.C. Penney's and there's Celia Cruz on the other side. Holy crap. 567-0560, pound 560 on the, look at that, 454, man. We only need 46 in 27 minutes. That's less than 2 a minute. That's 1 every 30 seconds. How many seconds?
About 30, man.
Get with it. Hop on it. WQM. Oh, that must have been Celia calling from the other side. WQM, Happy New Year.
Is this Neil?
Sounds like me, yes.
Oh, hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
I'm passing in front of Westland Mall right now. Why didn't you why doesn't Celia Cruz on your poll?
You mean the death of Celia Cruz?
Yeah, the death of Celia Cruz. I mean, that's news down here, even though it doesn't matter, but...
Let's see, what is the question again? What is the biggest celebrity story of 2003, the death of Celia Cruz? By the way, I know what you're doing.
You're looking for glory holes.
Yeah, that's why he's down there at Westland. See, we finally found a way to get the Cuban community involved in this show again. Next week, we're going to be talking about Airline all week. Let's bring him back, okay?
I'm on my way.
That's an excellent poll. Who would you rather have come back, Ferrall or Airline?
Or Celia.
Or Celia Cruz. Now, she's got no chance against them. 457, 43 votes and counting, baby. The pressure is building. You could almost smell it. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
Celia rocks and you're gay.
Celia rocks and you're gay.
I think he said Celia rots.
Oh, Celia rots. Is that what he said?
She's doing some now.
That was a lady. That was not a guy. Well, maybe
no,
it was
right.
Celia. I'm not really sure.
It was both.
Maybe that's why they had so much in common. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. The average person anywhere in the world wouldn't know Celia Cruz from Freddie Cruz. Guarantee you that.
Esa negrita que va caminando, esa negrita tiene su tumbao, y cuando la gente la va mirando, ella baila de lado, bien apretado, apretado, apretado. La negra tiene tumbao. Azúcar, azúcar. Oh!
Yeah, she'd be the best, man. That's Celia Cruz. She's playing right field for the Marlins next season. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. See, that's why South Florida has no hope, because it's never going to change. It's always the same. Just for 100 years from now, that'll be the same crap. Always be the same. There'll be like all these little Miguels running around. That's all they know. That's all they know from it. Cuba, what's Cubans? Cuba, the same old crap. Comunista, comunista. WQAM, your communist station. Hello.
At one point, George's show was so bad that he had burnouts calling for advice on bong techniques.
Burnouts like you, huh? You sound, boy, talk about the pot calling the kettle, smoking somebody else's pot. Boy, does that guy have a burnout sound or what, huh?
Yeah.
Seriously, you know what I mean. Like he's got a cozy over his puss.
He heard all of it.
But he was listening. That's the guy that hates you like poison. And, of course, he's trying to disguise his voice. He's got a sock over it and the phone, too. But he listened to every minute. See, that's the thing that cracks me up about all you people is that, that was so bad. Well, then what were you listening for? Huh? If you don't like this show right now, what are you listening for? We're out of business anyway. We don't give a crap. We'll get paid the same whether you listen or not. We'd like to have everybody listening. We need your help in 2004 to listen more and don't get sore. But 471 votes. We got to see you never dreamed in your wildest dreams because you're always selling me short, man. I'm only short in one respect. Believe me, the most important one, too, and it's very sad. It's a sad, sad situation. But I guess it's a good thing. You see, the Lord was looking down on me when he made me into a little maricon because when you're gay, it doesn't make any difference whether you got a large penis or not. When you're heterosexual, of course, these women out there, these demanding women, they are looking for somebody with a big, big tool is what they're looking for.
Big wallet.
Big wallet and a big tool to go along with it. 471 votes on that poll. Oh, the British Airlines Flight 223 canceled for the second straight day.
We had another tragic event, and bits and pieces of information, as there was in 9/11, were out there, and people didn't act on it. The terrorist's greatest ally is the public's, just abhorrence of inconvenience. And we've got to keep our defenses...
Oh, there's a terrorist right there. They're showing a crowd from that British Airlines. Looked like a terrorist to me. I think the real reason is that the U.S. finally wised up. We don't want any more Brits over here. Don't you think that's a good reason?
Works for me.
475. I'm refreshing it again, man. God, it's refreshing. Better than my armpits. It's a good thing I brought all that fob back. 479. We need only 21. We're going to do it, man. We're going to lick it. And you know why? You know who we can thank?
Who?
Celia Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
She inspired this tremendous outpouring from this audience. WQAM. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, could I speak to Neil, please?
Speaking right now. I'm speaking.
Hey, you guys are talking about the Cubans and the Latinos, but without us, you guys wouldn't be shit. The United States.
Oh, brother. Without us. And first of all, don't lump the Cubans in with the rest of the Latinos, okay? I made that separation before. Plus, we dumped them anyway, so you didn't hear it.
Stop referring to Hispanics as Latinos.
Yeah. And quit with this, all that Mierda stuff. U.S. ready to seize Gulf oil in 1973. The U.S. considering using force to seize oil fields in the Middle East during an oil embargo in 73, according to British government documents just made public.
2 more pages if you want them.
No, we're not doing this anymore. I'm telling you that. We're not going to start reading it. If we want to put it on the website, fine. I'm serious about that. If you think I'm going to sit here just because you enjoy it and read these long, ponderous articles, this isn't the goddamn Christian Science reading room. This is an entertainment show, okay? And you know it yourself when you took that poll. Mm-hmm. And you looked at the results and people saying, oh, talking politics on a talk show is important. And I would say, yeah, right. Right. Preaching to the choir would be the understatement of the century, okay? How many votes are we going to influence?
About 30, man.
Yeah, less. The only votes we care about are the ones on the poll. Because we need to get over 500 or else. Let's see, 492. 492. How do you like that?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here getting excited about it. I should be pissed off and fired up. I thought when I started it, maybe I had a shot. You know what I mean? And another nice week off. Paid vacation, extra week. Courtesy of George, but no such luck. Now, the guy that called that we dumped, he said, starting with the Cuban stuff and the Latinos, and if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be Schmidt, and you wouldn't smell, and you wouldn't have no guayaberas, and you wouldn't have no goddamn, what do they call those bananas?
Plantains?
You would have no plantains in plantation.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Father of Ilium meets with his attorney in preparation to take his son back to Cuba.
Well, Mr. Gonzalez, how was your trip?
Very good, gracias.
Do you have any questions before we go any further?
See. This box with the pictures. It's incredible. What is this?
Oh, that's a television.
Oh, television. Mr. Lawyer, what does what's up mean?
Pardon me?
What's up?
Well, it means what's up. Like what's going on.
What's up?
Right, it's a greeting.
What's up?
Now, I know that you're uncomfortable being here. This is a very difficult time for you, sir. What is it, sir?
Oh, this Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza is incredible. How do they get the mozzarella cheese into the crust?
I'm not sure. So, as I was saying...
What's up?
Yeah, as I was saying, we will try to make your stay here as comfortable as possible and get you home as quickly as possible.
Bye.
Are you going somewhere, sir?
No, I'm listening to the new CD by the boy band In Sync with my new Sony Discman. It's incredible.
Yes, Mr. Gonzalez, they are quite incredible, but we'll be meeting with the...
Just another play and you're game for 2. You must hate me, but it ain't no lie. Bye.
Oh, God, sir, don't you want to get this over and get back to Cuba?
What are you, loco? I love it here. There's like 300 channels on cable, and I can watch all the Yankee games.
But, sir...
Mr. Lawyer?
What is it, Mr. Gonzalez?
What's up?
I am Celia Cruz and I am dead now, but I remember when I was alive. I will live to
I just figured it out. We're fugued.
Okay.
We are fugued for 2004 and many more. You want to know why?
Why?
Look at the demographics. Now, the Cubans, of course, they like Bush. They're Bush people. See. And the ones who don't like Bush, they at least like Celia Cruz and her Bush.
Not necessarily.
She was pretty Bush. Huh?
Not necessarily.
So we're screwed there. As far as the liberal, there are no liberal white males. The white males are all Bush people, over 60%. The old Jews, they're Lieberman people, so we pissed them off. What do we got left? How many people we got left?
About 30, man.
That's it. But the good news for you is 516 votes. Man, I can't believe it. Did this audience come through or what?
Oh!
Yeah! Nice going, folks. We didn't think you had it in you, but it took Celia Cruz to do it, to pull the best out of them. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. By the way, you're not supposed to use steel wool, Miss Drudge. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Jumba.
WQAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you and George.
And the same to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I don't know why you're picking on the Cuban people. After all, they've made Hialeah and Miami what it is today.
Yeah.
And, I just wanted to say, like I said, Happy New Year.
Okay, and Happy New Year to you, and quit with the ethnic slurs. 5670560. See, right off the bat, they see a little opening there. They think it's for serious, and right away they want to start the anti-Cuban thing, and the anti-black thing, and the anti-old Jew thing, which is not a bad idea. 5670560. Now, I'm curious about that 80 plus the vision test for the old drivers. Oh, and you know what I haven't even talked about, which I'm sure you did?
What's that?
Is Jeb's jail for Jesus.
Oh, I did. Yeah, sure. Posted a story about it.
I read about that, and I just wanted to puke my guts out. I mean, how obvious can it possibly be?
Right.
Here's this family of crooks and this born-again liar, piece of crap there. Your governor, man. You people need mental help that put him back in there. Wants to have a prison, an optional prison where they can, turn to Jesus.
What do you mean wants to? It's happening as we speak.
You have to be kidding me.
No, it's a done deal.
It's a done deal?
800-member prison, and what they're doing is the prisoners that don't want to be a part of that are going to be relocated to make room for the prisoners who do want to be a part of it.
And so what prison do we send the Jews to? It's a good thing Meyer Lansky's dead.
Rayford. The
Rock. Oh, man. Like the Chinese like to say, boys and girls, it's a goyische Welt, especially in Florida, especially when your leaders' names are all Booch. God. 500 and some odd votes. I can't believe it. 518. Like I said, if we don't get 600 votes. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man. Listen, Neil, I'm pissed. I want to know why hasn't any NFL team interviewed a Cuban for a head coaching position?
Excellent point. Outstanding. We're going to start an investigation right now. That was the best. We have a serious ethnic slur there on a part of the National Football League and the National Hockey League. How many goaltenders are there, except for Manny Fernandez or whatever the hell his name was that played for Dallas? I don't think he was Cuban, whatever the hell he was. Some spick. Excellent point. We ought to get all of our sports shows, forget about Juan Stat and about crying over spilt milk and about the Hurricanes just slipped by a girls' team and won the Orange Bowl, all that crap. Let's get on the important stuff. Let's get a good, virile Cuban NFL coach, huh? What do you say?
We'll get the big O on the case.
In fact, I say the big for a Dolphin head coach.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Take off those checkered pants.
Hey, if you're looking for supplies for your next household repairs, man, you should come to the right joint where the service is totally smoking. Yeah, man, come to Stone Depot.
Welcome to Stone Depot, dude. How may I, help you and whatnot?
Yeah, I need some PVC pipe.
Oh, sure. Like this one, man?
What? What, manager? Stone Depot is a great place to shop, man. If you enjoy wandering up and down the aisles, to see how many potheads you can meet in a large outlet chain.
Excuse me, sir. I noticed you're not looking where you're going with that huge forklift. Oh.
You speak the truth. But in my defense, I did just smoke the biggest bowl in the history of kind, bud, and you're harshing my buzz.
Our Stone Depot associates will light up whenever you come through the door, man.
Greetings, customer dude.
Yeah. I was here last night and asked you for 8 3/4-inch nails. And you gave me 3 8/4-inch nails.
So you came back to thank me. Most excellent.
Stone Depot. Where the only thing higher than our prices is our employees.
Here, man. You want papers or plastic, bro?
Don't forget our poll question today. ¿Quién es más macho, George or Celia Cruz? 152 at 560 WQAM. It's tough. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough choice. 527 votes. Boy, did I shock the crap out of you or what? You said, I'm quoting directly, you said no chance. Right?
Right.
We were about 10 minutes till 1, and you said no chance. We had whatever we had, 349.
Then you started ripping Celia.
That did it. So that's going to be the new format this is just an experimental show today. We're just dicking around a little bit to see what the audience really wants. They want 4 hours of Celia Cruz bashing all day, every day. Yeah. And we can oblige. In fact, you've got all the songs there, don't you?
All of them. Somewhere
over the rainbow. I have all those here too. Got a whole batch of Celia. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We got what's his name? Curtis Stevenson, who's a great American. He's coming up for the Mad Dog next because the Mad Dog's on the ass end of a 6.5 month vacation. And then we got Gildy on game night as a real treat For the hockey fans out there, how many are there?
About 30, man.
LD on game night with an hour-long tortuous preview of the Panther game. Panthers got 35 points there. They're like hanging in there, thanks to Bobby Luongo. If you don't make like 40, 50 great saves every game, they get their ass kicked. But nevertheless, the youngsters in the organization, and Rick Dudley's still a coach because he works cheap. Panther preview at 4:30. The Panthers and the Flyers at 5 could be extraordinarily ugly. You never know. Fiesta Bowl, Kansas State, Ohio State, with or without that Schwarzer quarterback at 8 o'clock. Eddie K at midnight and ESPN Radio overnight.
And we're hearing that rumors about somebody.
Didn't you tell me before the show you heard a lot of rumors? You spoke to him and the 34C and and heard a lot of crap. He's got Mancow disease. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Neil, can you play something for Celia Cruz?
Esa negrita que va caminando.
How's that?
Play the whole song.
Okay. 205. We're going to play Celia Cruz all afternoon here in my studio. Going to sit here and have a festival, a Celia Cruz festival in my pantaloons.
It'll be festive.
It will be very festive and gay. 567-0560, pound 560. Boy, I can't wait to go to lunch. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm just getting, see today, maybe it's only me, but if I was to bet that it was Friday, even though I know it is on the calendar here,
yeah.
I can't believe it.
No, I don't feel like it.
It is so un-Friday-ish all the way around.
Monday.
God. Does it seem like Monday?
Sure.
Seems like Saturday to me.
Sunday morning.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. How's Apollonia doing, by the way? 567. Oh, I didn't tell you the best part of the whole deal.
Well?
So on the flight over to Amsterdam from Toronto, we take a 777. You ever flown on one of those?
No, sir.
That's the brand new big wide. The big wide one?
Okay.
Now, I will say this. I don't know. It was no big deal. Although those things are fast as hell. At one point, we were going 673 miles an hour. Hauling ass.
All right.
Like riding a Cadillac in the sky. But the best part of it is the onboard entertainment thing. Not only do you have your own little TV monitor, but unlike like coming back, it was like an MD-11 old-fashioned crap, and just have a few select movies and the map to watch, to stare at. But this thing had like about, I don't know, a whole bunch of movies.
About 30, man.
More than that, including all 3 Godfathers. And
Very
you just
good.
punched in whatever had games and just all kinds of crap. So even though you might die up there in the sky one of these days, all depending on the crap that's going on in the world, you're going to have a great time while you're doing it, though. What a way to go, watching The Godfather. And guess what? Don't ask me why. I don't know why. There were all these other movies on there, many of which I hadn't seen, but I see The Godfather, and I just can't escape it. I can't turn it off. And as I'm sitting there watching it, in my mind, I'm doing the dialogue. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like Rocky Horror, you're doing a movie
Right.
with the movie.
You're doing it. WQAM, Happy New Year. Celia Cruise Line. Bad phone. That was Celia calling from the box. WQAM, Celia Cruise Line.
Yeah, Feliz Año Nuevo. Mr.
And back to you.
Mr. Roger.
Sí.
Celia Cruz is to us what Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio were to the American people.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
and
my
what
goodness.
Golda Meir was to the Jews. So please.
She looked a little bit like Joe DiMaggio.
And besides that, she used to play center field for the Havana team in baseball before.
The Havana Sugar Kings.
Yeah, she used to be a very good center field. So don't knock it, please.
Okay, amigo. Hasta que your meters. 567-0560. All this Celia Cruz bashing, man, it sounds to me like very definitely un-American, which we like. 567, look at that. Sunny and 52 tomorrow, huh? Boy, eat your heart out, Castronova. Next week it's going to be freezing here, though, and that's probably why I'm coming back very soon. 533 votes. Are you ready for that? What do you think was the biggest celebrity story of 2003? Rush Limbaugh, drug addiction, 175. Pop another one, Rush, you lying, phony bastard. Arnold the Gropinator, elected governor of California, 159. Oh, and let me say this to you, too. You know how this story came out about how he was allegedly getting blackmailed by Wilma the maid and all of this other crap and her husband? Let me ask you something. How come it took so long for them to for them to come forward with that story? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he was really getting blackmailed, why didn't he say that right out of the box? Before he went off for detox.
They were negotiating.
Is that it? Yeah, they were playing pinochle with a negotiator. 159 votes for the Gropinator, elected governor of California. Michael Jackson arrested at 87, and he was sure beaten up and brutalized, wasn't he?
No.
Kobe Bryant rape case, 54. Martha Stewart insider trading. Trial starts January 22nd for those who care, 15. Strom Thurmond's love child, 15. Paris Hilton's sex tape, 10. See, I don't understand why anybody would want to see her doing anything. She's so gross, so skanky. Now the guy, what was his name, Rick Solomon?
I don't know.
He was circumspect. Madonna and Britney TV kiss, 8. Roy Horn mauled by the Tigers got 6.
Roy!
Ben and... Look at the bottom, too. They aren't moving, man. They're not changing. I love it. Ben and J-Lo wedding has been stuck on 3 for hours. How many hours?
About 30, man.
And Rosie O'Donnell lawsuit, she finally got another sympathy vote. She's got a pair. A big, fat, ugly, smelly pair, but that's it. Out of 534 votes. That's a beautiful thing. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I can actually say I almost enjoyed being here today.
Almost?
Almost. Well, we'll see. It's not over yet. WQAM. Like I said, almost. WQAM, Happy New Year.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Pretty good.
Hey, just real quick, do you know which station Dr. Laura's on?
What station Dr. Laura is on?
Yeah.
He calls all the time with this.
Oh, this asshole wants to know if we're done. No, they took her ass off the air because she couldn't find an audience in a goddamn phone booth. We don't know what she's on, and we don't care. And plus, the last thing they needed was another right-wing talk host on IOD on Cheap Channel. And sure enough, they got it. Another Tampa reject. Glenn Beck rhymes with Dreck and Schmeck. Anyway, that's going to do it. This was okay today, you know what?
Breezing.
It was just breezing and Parisian.
Freezing.
It will be soon, and I'll be back. Tell Mo, by the way, I'm going to dress all up for him when I come back. I hope he wears his Matt Grudge hats every day, and we can do a fashion contest between me and the Mo-meister.
I got a Celia Cruz wig you can wear.
All right. I can't wait. In fact, I might just go do an appearance in it. Anyway, we got Curtis Stevenson coming up next. Then we're going to hock a Chinik with hockey for hours and hours until you puke your guts out.
Bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
I don't know where to begin telling you what's wrong with that.